what's up? I'm Jackson Lansing, and welcome to Vast. This is the 7th episode of this season of Vast, and we're going to do exactly what we did last year on the 7th episode, which is we're going to try something a little different. We are going to take both of our crews, both the Peacekeep and the Brightest Eye, and shove them together for what we like to call a unification episode. This is all very exciting. They are in a lot of ways my favorite episodes because I have to write the least. They really take over and just kind of run crazy. The other thing we're going to try to do, and you can, I know our fandom has already taken sides on this, so feel free to take one yourself as a viewer. You can see whether or not we can do this in one episode. My goal is to do this in one episode, and there's a lot of reasons for that, not the least of which is the larger scale windowing here at Alpha, but who knows, we might get about halfway through this episode and then I'll be like, see you next week on Vast, and then all these people are gonna have to sort their schedules out. Hopefully that won't happen. So tonight we're gonna keep it on a fast clip, try to keep it real fun, real light, or at least as light as, the political revolutions and planet-killing escapades of Vast can tend to be. A couple of reminders before we get started. The first, we have merch.
Yes.
We have these pins now. They're really, really cool. I'm really excited about them. I wear them everywhere I go. I got the Brightest Eye on one shoulder. I got the Peacekeep, or really the Paka on the other shoulder. And I'm having a blast every day repping for my squads. So you too can rep for your squad. You team Peacekeep, you team Brightest Eye, you team both. Get the pins! Wear them around. They're really fun, and any support that you give to us obviously helps support Vast here at Alpha. I shine bright. The other thing that I'd like to point out is we are, as always, all of our music comes from Sirenscape. I haven't shouted them out for a few weeks, and I feel like I really should. And lastly, I'd like to give one sort of big last shout out to our writers who have done an amazing job so far this season. This is the one where I'm kind of taking my own little tact and doing my thing, but it's all built off of and inspired by everything that they have done so far this season. So thank you to them. Continually, this has been a really amazing experience. Thank you for all your hard work, and thank you for letting our beautiful players totally wreck you guys. And lastly, I would like to congratulate Critical Role on their 100th episode this year.
Yes!
Or this week. Of course, also this year, but they had a lot of other episodes this year. They are, I think of them as sort of the urtext for what it is that we try to do. Without Critical Role, none of this would exist, and we owe a deep debt of gratitude to Matt and the whole crew over there, no matter how much I might misquote them. So thank you again. What was that? How do you wish to do a thing in my game that you have now earned? What's his? So thanks to everyone over at Critical Role. You guys are amazing. Here's to another 100 episodes. Woo-hoo! And I just saw that you guys started dropping your stuff as a podcast. So if you somehow listen or watch Vast and don't watch or listen to Critical Role, now's your chance. Go on and check it out as a podcast. You can get it right now. The first 10 episodes are up. I'm actually re-listening to the whole thing now because I can just do it in my car. It's really wonderful. And I can be reminded how much better Matt is at voices than me. All right.
It's kind of his job.
Yeah, to be fair, it's his job.
He's kind of a professional.
But, I didn't get here by not comparing myself to people who are better than me all the time and driving myself insane. So, with that said, welcome to this, fourth, I guess, unification episode of, and fifth unification episode of Vast, but really our second or third because we did two parters. This is called the Terran Intervention. Hey, we're back. Woo! Welcome back to Vast, everybody.
Woo!
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Everybody's here. Gang's all here.
Well,
sensing-
except for one person.
Gang's
Jeff.
mostly here, except for Jeff, who will be here. We're gonna be vamping for Jeff for an hour, and then we'll start.
Where's the cat's meow when you need him? Damn it.
You gotta come out there. We got.
Oh, yeah. There she is.
So I'd like to shout out a few things because you guys look extra stylish tonight.
Unification.
Yeah.
Dress up. Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Way to go. Really snapping it up. First outfit shout out. Maris is a bat now. Oh my gosh, you even got the stabby deals.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crafted a thing.
That's what you crafted? Oh my god. I've been waiting to hear of Sam's crafting adventure and what the result was. Now I realize it's
Spikes.
spikes.
That's gonna go in my neck. Huh?
She's a great
That's why they're blunted.
She's a punk
Those
rock
are really rad. And lastly, or not secondly, I suppose, Max, you are wearing a very important outfit. Would you like to take people through it?
We need to.
Obviously, all amazing special thanks have to go out to Shay, who sent this over and had this made, which is like the kindest thing.
Because that's not just a hoodie, is it, Max?
No, it's not just.
Please, for me,
Not
walk
just
the
a hoodie.
catwalk.
But so it obviously says the eye shines bright embroidered in the breast, which
Beautiful.
is amazing and also really true. But also, it's not just a hoodie; it's a really super sexy romper. I decided to accessorize a little bit with some brightest eye gear.
Amazing.
We're
I
going
has
full on
never
today.
shined brighter.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I want to
Gorgeous. I'm loving it.
I
Beautiful.
am so jealous.
You really all should have seen Colin's first
Just seething. just
Realization.
seething with jealousy that he gets to wear this beautiful romper.
Yeah, it-
swag is that? You
I
won't
know.
wear it unless it's pants.
It's true. I only do pants.
it is so
or
comfy.
a pants romper. Did you come up with a rom pants?
It's a jumpsuit.
Jumpsuit.
Yeah, but Colin insists it's
It's
not.
a speed suit. Thank you very much. Oh.
Well,
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
mine's a sexy romper.
Ono and him go.
And then we have no less than 3 Wonder Women in order here in our set, which I'm pretty down with.
We are Jody Hauser creations because this was a
I didn't
gift.
make them. I just own them.
I just am
My
Wonder Woman.
awesome friend Jody, who made my absolute month
I don't
with this.
think
the other day.
every day I've seen you since I gave that to you, you have been wearing it.
That's because I've been wearing it every day since you gave it to me.
So clearly I made the right choice here. Because I only wore it once.
But look at you two. This was
know.
not a plan. They just both
Yes.
showed up in the
No,
end.
this was a plan.
Oh, was a plan?
It was absolutely a plan.
Amazing.
We are daughters of the mascara.
Yes, you are.
Yes. I'm really excited specifically because now we have this is the first time Murder Best Friends have had coordinating outfits. So I guess I got to give you guys
We're
plenty
both
of
wearing
murder.
black. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think you need to have us do that. I think it will just happen no matter what's going on in the game.
Something tells me you're correct.
Coming episode, murder everyone.
Black hood.
Yeah. So with that in mind, in the interest of actually trying to get this thing done in a reasonable hour in time, how about we just kind of go ahead and start, huh?
Let's play a game. What?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Then, well, before we start, just so that we can kind of get everybody up to speed real fast, I'm wondering if starting with the Brightest Eye crew, you guys wouldn't mind going through what you went through last week, at least to the best of your sort of initial player knowledge, like where we're coming from as of last week.
You want?
Sure, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Well, we were coming down from a major catastrophe and
Slash military victory.
slash military victory. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rake was in the hospital for most of the first part of the episode with burns, but luckily the lovely Mirza healed him up very nicely. And then Viz expressed concerns in my captaincy. And then, and then we were sort of surrounded by the fleet of the lovely Mr. Gasca. And
Yes, Mr. Right.
Mr.
Right.
Mr.
Gasca Ueno.
Yeah, the most respected, Gasca Ueno. And we made a mad dash towards the leftover slate energy.
She showed up to buy our slate energy after it
No,
had
she
so
showed up to
kindly.
steal it, and
Yeah.
then Viz offered to sell it. to
After
her.
it had so kindly saved all of our bacons from the horrendous, hateful rare horde.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and then it just
Yeah.
really, really, really wanted us to be buddies. So it sucked us into some weird dreamland where we explored a crystal cave.
We did.
You hunted some bull.
We became a semi-symbiotic relationship.
Yeah. And
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Codified our pre-existing.
Yeah, right.
periodical.
yeah.
Put that one into canon.
Rake and Gasca had a really, really weird flirtation and started turtle power.
Oh, it's a
And
romance.
then what happened with us?
So, and I think we can dip into.
That's a good question, and we'll be dipping into the realization of exactly what happened to y'all in game. But what was the end result?
The end result
the
was
end result was that I'm back. My physical, corporeal reassembled, and I appeared majestically on the bridge of your wonderful ship, plucky and charming and wearing something amazing, I assume.
Only.
Something stunningly charming, and Viz threw some shade my way, and Mirza was delightfully baffled, and that's where we left it off.
Finally.
I
don't know.
It worked pretty well. That's about right. Okay, cool. So that's where we left the Brightest Eye crew, out of a crazy dreamland that forged new relationships and brought old ones to the fore. In the meantime, what's been going on in the Peacekeep?
Nothing much.
No, we're good. We're good.
I just said I'm gonna try and say it because if Amy recaps, she's not gonna be like extra kind about how awesome she was.
Yeah.
Did not die.
Right on, I love it.
So we all lost Lucy. That sucked.
Yep, that did.
And
Thanks to a piece of shit named Victor Ramble, who
Yeah.
we all really, really hate.
Yeah.
Nightjar was kind
Vicky.
of awesome and like murdered some dudes and came down in an escape. Is that an escape pod? Is that what it's called?
It was an escape pod, yeah. Got your
Wow.
escape pod.
Oh yeah, we lost
it's
the
a good thing
ship.
to have on
That's
a
kind
ship
of
is
an
Well,
escape pod.
Well, yeah, I lost while Taka, myself, and Noble Defender were on a ship headed toward Journeyman's Rest with Lita and Margaret to attempt to recover Lucy and find out where she was. We were greeted by a giant limousine that belonging to
Beautiful.
Vivian Rample. We were taken to her enormous house where Noble Defender was going to meet his family, had a very emotional conversation with his dad.
Yep.
Indeed.
Then I made a terrible decision and got him kind of drunk, and that all went off the rails real fast.
I think it was a great choice. I stick by it.
Meanwhile,
Weird improv.
Lucy Bard was being held by
Agent Isaac Sebastian, who also sucks.
Yes.
on behalf of First Minister Voss, and they attempted various methods of torture to get her to lie about just. Wait, what were you lying about again?
They were like, you made up the whole thing with
Yeah.
the Pucka being evil. Everyone will believe that, and this will definitely work.
And it did not.
And they also, beyond that, were threatening to blow up a whole stadium at a big sports event
Yeah.
and blame it on Avalon, so they would have a reason to attack Avalon, which is Lucy Bard's home.
Espionage upon espionage. Let's
A
go.
plan which, as of your escape, is still on the books.
But still,
But
the,
it's been publicly announced, so if they go ahead and do it, it kind of won't work the way they want because Lucy Bard made sure that went public.
I don't think it was public, was
Or
it?
was it? I thought you
But one
broadcasted
lesson
it.
from
It wasn't
this was
public.
we'll definitely be able to find a way to do that, is essentially what we got from Jack
Yeah.
at the end.
We're gonna
okay.
we're gonna be dealing with that directly.
the point I was trying to get at is the entire time Lucy Bard was like, fuck you guys, I'm not doing shit for you.
It's true.
The entire time until this ragtag group of us managed
Fought your way
to
across a dang planet to come and save
break
my
into the
bacon.
Nexus
Thank
with
you.
Tom Rample and rescue Lucy Bard by stumbling upon her in an elevator.
Yep.
Basically.
And we killed a whole bunch of dudes.
And then she
Much
got
more
shot
dramatic
anyway.
than she's making it sound.
They
And then she
definitely
got shot anyway.
They blew up some dudes and they
Kicked
sliced
doors
some
down.
stuff.
We took them out,
My
man.
firearm is willing to murder. I was very happy about that.
There was a lot of stuff. While all of that went down, two things probably just to note. The first is that during all of that, Noble did have a conversation with a scholar of the Rample family who placed him as a distant descendant of Charlotte Rample.
Dr. Rathbone.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Who and then seemed very, very excited, and there were some indications that he was already leaking Noble's existence to the press.
No, I didn't sign
Are you
anything.
sure?
Yeah, I didn't
And
sign anything.
Okay.
and we also left on a bit of a cliffhanger with Lucy Bard because as they got into that elevator and then the elevator opened back up, who was looking at them but the guard who had been chasing her all this way, who shot her point blank. So the last we left, Lucy was recovering from a gunshot wound, essentially like reeling from a gunshot wound, as they escaped via this shuttlecraft into the sky.
I'd like
Also,
to
they've
just
got
point
my
out.
ship and my crew.
Yeah.
Did Tom come with us? No.
Tom is with you.
Oh, he is. That's
Good.
like to
Well,
just
Tom
point out-
wasn't in the shuttle. Tom will be with you guys later. He's still around. Yeah, Tom's still around, but he's not with you on the shuttle.
I think it's important to notate that our last adventure involved all of us making a bunch of friends and hugging the shit out of each other, while your last adventure involved murdering the hell across the entire human population.
had to
Leading
save the
away to
captain.
chaos and murder, death, and
Our last
destruction.
adventure
and?
involved us saving the life of
I
our
think- I
friends,
think- I think
not
all-
having a weird drug.
I don't think there's any judgment here.
Yeah.
I hope there's not any judgment here. All that really means is the crews have kind of changed their modus
I'm just
operandi
saying,
for a while.
Sorry about
Shoes
that.
on the other foot.
And we're all very proud.
Yeah, we love it.
Never change, baby. Never change.
All right, awesome.
Ooh, I got
Songs
Still
are
shooting.
better.
I got chills.
Okay, now we're squabbing.
All right. You can kick it up even more.
All right.
So we are gonna get started.
Yep. Let's do it.
Yep. All right.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be all high fives.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Vast. This is season 2, episode 7, entitled The Terran Intervention. Written by me, Jackson Landon. Just realized I didn't have you guys introduce yourselves, but at this point, people know who you are, right?
It could be
How did you
someone's
get
first
this far?
episode.
Could be someone's, it could well be someone's first episode.
I'm Derek.
So,
Johnson, famous English
then,
actor.
with that in mind, starting with your captains.
Amy Dallin playing Lucy Bard, usually a captain, no ship right now.
Captain?
Captain Leuven Yikjal Moore, captain of the Screaming Valor.
You're Gina.
Oh, I'm Gina. I guess. Yeah. Gina. No, I am Lulu.
Went to therapy first.
Not exactly
so,
first
yay.
officers, but like closest advisors.
I am Amanda Powers. I play Kayla Torvis.
I'm Colin Kelly. I play This Might Be a Good Idea.
Let's look at our gunny fighter types.
I'm Jody Hauser. I play Takaba Lim.
I'm Max Isaacson. I play Queen Visionary Destroyer.
Our science officers.
I'm Ray Utarnaja. I play Nidar the Mind.
I'm Sam Delev. I play Merza Dolcet.
And our pilots.
I'm Dylan Duval. I play Ambassador Noble Defender.
And I'm
Jeff Torres. I'm just a handsome gentleman.
He doesn't play anyone. He just plays like handsome.
I am a passerby.
That game was wonderful.
You know, should be doing that since our plans, you know?
All right, awesome.
Eternal one, but
So
too far to walk.
That's fair.
we begin in the Terran system, though far from Terra. The shuttlecraft, in an effort to stay undetected while you all figure out exactly what your next move is going to be, has moved to the second moon of Terra, known to the people there as Asteria. Asteria. Asteria is a more of a sort of populated, area. It's got it has some small cities and some small colonies around it, but it also, by nature of its orbit, has areas that are essentially like radar dead zones. They're left specifically for government use and things like that. You guys have ended up by direction of the Rampel family in one of those little dead zones, essentially floating in your shuttlecraft, undetected by Terran Republic individuals. So far, there has been no word of any kind of attack. The attack was supposed to go down within 48 hours. It has been about 24. Over the course of that 24 hours, the primary goal has been simply to make sure that Lucy Bard survives the day. Her gunshot wound was bad. It had punctured a lung and had caused some damage to her rib cage. This means that though the ship itself has some limited medical facility, someone's actually going to have to help her patch herself up. Any of you guys good with a scalpel?
I'm got medical for one. I'm just
Me
gonna,
too.
Yeah,
I've got nothing.
I have medical for 1.
Cool.
So
Three of us
Question,
I'm gonna-
does that count as an academic role?
medical counts as a medical check by
Okay.
and large. But I can make you medical. I can make you medical macros, and we can see how you guys are doing.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if the ancestral memory and academic benefits of listen.
Throw that
help
con-
with
throw that
Father
con-
with mine, it's a -3.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Wow.
Throw the concordance in there. I'm
Look at
sure
Lucy, she died.
that'll help.
I'm
like,
sure it will actually.
I hope you're okay.
Thanks.
Drink this.
Does that mean if all 3 of us work together, it's a 3?
Cut her there. No, don't cut.
You were asking about the academic because of listen.
Yes.
Yes, we'll count that in.
Okay, that's cool. That gives me 6 extra dice.
So you roll 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You're gonna roll 14 on your medical check.
Oh, that's
Pretty good.
that's. I might not kill you.
Might.
I'll take it.
That's a whole lot of 2s. That is a 5.
Cool. Any of you guys want to help her out?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So Nidar,
Yeah.
your medical check is a 9.
All right.
You can assist on this, and since it's very important, Noble, I'm going to say you can assist on this as well.
Okay.
And that is going to be for not much.
Damn.
Oh, though actually, concordance will probably help you out here.
I got a 2.
Yeah, we've cut open some humans.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong sheet.
What?
Noble.
Well, I don't know yet. We're gonna find out.
How'd you do?
2.
2? Okay, that's not going to help, unfortunately. Wits, medical.
Probably
I've
keep
wa-
me anesthetized.
I watched General Hospital on you know.
Dylan,
But
just so you know, any concordance knowledge that would help you on human anatomy is because we cut open your father.
That's correct.
I'm gonna take a break.
You're gonna roll a 15.
You're excused.
yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
Wow.
accessing
Wow.
accessing some
Not much reason to
fairly
know how to put us back together.
unpleasant files about
I don't care.
human anatomy. So we're working off of a 5 right now.
All right.
Or it's based on you in veterinary medicine.
Oh my
Probably.
god, adorable. He has to roll Zito Zoo for this stuff rather than medical.
Under pet data.
Yeah.
All right, and that takes that away. Is that a 9? Nope. Nope. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Wait, I have that, and she has that, and I have that, and she.
That's
Don't have
1, 2.
She doesn't
And
have
you
that.
had a 5 as well, Nidar?
No, I rolled 2.
You rolled 2. So
I
nothing
rolled
there.
5.
You had a 5.
She rolled 5.
Yeah.
6, 7. That's gonna pop you up to a top medium. So, here's what we'll say. You managed to patch the wound. Bard, you are going to, as a result, be awake here in just a moment. Your willpower is going to be restored, but because of your grievous wound, we're gonna keep you at having 3 health damage. That's just gonna settle into the character until you get like a medical bay or a
So
doctor.
I have
to
a
look
cap
at you.
of 6 instead of 9.
Indeed.
Okay.
Think of it essentially as if you have there's like fragments of the bullet or something that are still
Going to
in
be some
there.
long-term healing involved.
Indeed. However, after some time of doing this, the 3 of you kind of like carve around and are working on making sure that Lucy survives. Kayla, do you have something you want to be doing in the meantime? Since they all took an action, I'm just sort of going to throw that at you. You don't have to, but
Oh, I'd like to call her mom and grandma.
cool.
Does that count, or is that just
Yeah.
fine?
No, that's completely fine.
We're in a dead zone though.
Oh,
Hey,
right.
No, you're in a radio dead zone to other people. You
Okay,
have a
cool.
transmitter. Again, like Rample technology stuff.
Cool.
You have enough of a transmitter to get to.
And I just want to confirm that my my Kevlar grew back or
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Consider all of your stuff back.
Okay.
Everybody else, yeah. Consider yourselves fully healed from the last encounter.
Cool.
Making
But not the
sure.
armor that they gave me, because that got completely destroyed.
Correct.
Okay.
So you call down to Earth, or down to Terra rather. You are patched through to the Bard family, who thank you deeply for saving Lucy's life. They are very concerned about her safety and would like to, under no uncertain terms, say, like, the planet can take care of itself. You guys should probably get out of here.
Okay, I absolutely lied to them about how bad she was hurt.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you laugh for that. That's fine. Cool. After a grueling 24 hours, Lucy finally wakes. A couple hours later, she is conscious enough to speak, think, talk, etc. As they prop you up in the thing and feed you medical rations. You start to get your head around exactly what's happening. You guys are all in a shuttlecraft alone. I am not there. Proceed.
How do you feel?
Lucy, look at me. Look at me. Get her some more.
Who are you talking to?
We're all around her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's got medical rations and water.
Okay.
Hi. How's it going?
Not well.
That was close.
Who patched me up?
I mostly did.
Yeah.
I tried. It didn't do anything.
Well, thank you.
Not a doctor.
Where are we? What's happening?
We're in geosynchronous orbit in the second moon. We got it hidden in a dead zone. Rample family let us know that this is the safest place to be at the moment.
We
What's
lost our
happening on
ship.
Terra?
I know.
Is it... Has anyone heard from the crew? Has the attack happened? What's going on?
What attack?
Right.
You were...
Okay, First Minister Jolene Voss is planning a terrorist attack which he's going to blame on me and the people of Avalon. Has anyone been scanning the news by any chance?
No?
No, but when I
right now.
spoke to your mom and your grandmother, no one mentioned anything. So I have to imagine that would have, crossed their minds.
Yeah, I thought you were talking crazy when we picked you up, but this actually happened?
Yeah.
This... Okay.
They're completely nuts. Who can we warn? Who is trustworthy among your people?
Can
Tom
one of
might
us
know. Where's Tom?
He did not join us on the shuttle. We left him at the Nexus.
All right.
Can we try and contact Tom?
Sure. Yeah. That's gonna be a roll though. On my part.
So Lucy, you're saying that you saw this happen. You saw that they said that they were going to do this bomb or something like
The
that.
minister told me that was his plan.
Okay.
When they couldn't, they were hoping I'd cooperate.
You
It was a
think
different scheme.
You think they were serious, not just bluffing? To get you to talk?
I can't take that chance.
So if they can't use one lie about you, they intend to use another?
Apparently so.
Sounds like standard tax. Yeah.
Shouldn't be standard on Terra.
Because Niner was on the shit. He wasn't part of that other adventure you guys had, so I'm completely confused, right?
No, you came in.
you were with
Were you a
me.
part of
No,
the
but
rescue?
but the one before that where you.
Oh
right?
yeah.
You can assume at least to some degree that you've been filled in.
Got it. Good. Okay.
You don't need to worry about
Okay, good.
tracking knowledge.
Good.
Well,
Did you guys build... Nada, are you all right? How did you get off the ship?
Captain, it was kind of a mess actually. There was a bit of a mutinous situation, and I had to kill a lot of them
he handled it.
in order to get the hell out of there. And we lost the ship basically. I was able to salvage some of the crew. They're somewhere on the planet. I
How
have
many
no
made
idea.
it out?
Not that many. Probably a couple dozen.
But we had hundreds of people.
Not that many.
It was Terran Republic? Do you know what they look like?
Yes, it was. No, it was.
Yeah, it was Terran
It
Republic.
was Terran Republic. They were ostensibly helping us refit the ship, and somewhere along the way, they just turned on us.
I have to say, you all haven't been with me long. Thank you for coming.
You're our captain. What else would we do?
Well,
Not much of a captain at the moment.
well, Victor Rampole's what that word? An asshole. So really, does seem like the right thing to do.
I suggest that we kill him as soon as possible.
Him or one of his bosses. Agent Isaac Sebastian had me down there. He's working for Julian Voss. And Victor Rampel is their mad dog of an army leader.
So what you're saying is we need to kill all of them?
We can't just kill them. But people have to know what's going on.
And then the people will kill them?
Doesn't seem like that here, which is weird.
It happens sometimes.
Oh.
But they need to answer for the murder of the ambassador. Have we heard from the Admiral, from Admiral Celine?
We've heard nothing. We got you off that planet. That's about it.
Thank you. Right. A lot to do.
What's that call coming in? Did we get Tom on here?
So you've sent a ping out to Tom Rampel. That ping is taking a while to get to Terra. Kayla had like 24 hours to get a ping to Bard's parents, so it's not an instantaneous, radio transfer. I rolled for it. It's gonna take a while.
Is there like any way to scan the news from where we are, or is that? Like...
Yes, that you can definitely do. That is going to require, however, because you don't have, without allowing yourselves to be picked up on the radio, you can't attach to the radios. So it's going to require some hacking. Who wants to handle that?
I can hack.
Yeah.
I cannot hack.
Can I help with the hacking?
It's whoever wants to jump on this.
I'm jumping.
Okay.
I mean, I think I might have a role to assist.
So I would say, yeah. Noble, go ahead and roll for 14. Kayla, you're going to assist for 15. And that is utilizing your ECM suite. Which I'll explain in a minute.
There we go.
Depending, of course, on success rates.
7. That's not bad, right?
7
5
plus a 5, so 8, 9. Cool. So that takes you up from medium success to a full success. You're sitting there working on this, and it's all like kind of working, but you're having a hard time masking the signature. Kayla walks up and her finger opens, revealing essentially a small like a USB port, essentially, or like a USB plug. She plugs into the radio system. You see her eyes flash for a minute as she interfaces with the system, and then all of a sudden your code starts to self-write and creates a whole firewall to protect you from detection.
I'm an R2 unit.
But so much angrier.
You never know.
Maybe really more of a K2SO.
I don't speak droid, so you don't know what he's saying.
Hey,
Like a chopper.
Yeah.
Kayla, does mine do that?
The media channels are awash with news of scandal. Not the scandal you expect, however. They insist that there is a section of the Rampel family that seems to have operated in concert with elements inside of the Peacekeep, who themselves are working to undermine Terran authority and Terran sovereignty. The media seems to have mostly started using words like Terran sovereignty, meaning that they're already kind of buying into a lot of the factual nature of what Voss is putting down. Voss is still first minister. He is still functioning essentially as the head of the government and is making a very sort of open plea at this point that Lucy Bard and her people must be brought to justice, that it is the Peacekeep and the elements in the Peacekeep that first drove the Paka out, that now are looking to dominate Terra, that maybe this was their plan all along, and that Terrans must be for Terrans now and forever, and there's starting to be a sort of a movement in the media to recognize concepts of Terran sovereignty. It's specifically in opposition to what happened at the Nexus.
Wait, okay.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
They
One
would-
more
no,
time for the
because-
stupid people
Sure.
that are me.
Basically, y'all are being blamed for an attack on the most important governmental lockdown facility
Pentagon,
on Terra. Yeah.
Well, that's accurate.
Yeah. You escaped in broad daylight.
That did
They
happen.
believe what the government is spinning is that you did this to save Lucy Bard, who is herself a traitor to the Terran people and a member of a peacekeep organization that is now looking to dominate.
And they added the Ramples in because.
And now, because of the new Rample, who
But they don't know I'm with him.
well, they know enough, man, because they know through that dude who just leaked your information and leaked your identity that, there is a part of the Rample family that's found a new line of Ramples, and that he was raised off-world, right? So the fact that all of this is happening at the same time, you are suspected to be a member of this.
Much better.
However, the Rample family themselves, that being like Vivian and Tom, they are essentially implicated at this point. And there are
Did they have footage of Tom and them at the complex?
yeah.
Oh, so they are. Oh.
I thought Tom had let us in, but didn't really come with us for the fighting part.
Tom did.
Oh,
no,
he
he came up to through the first entrance with you. The trick was that he was the cover. You guys were all being cloaked by Nidar's
Yeah,
mind control.
but we would still be on video, wouldn't we? Oh.
So there's unfortunately quite a large scale disinformation campaign right now, painting you guys.
Can
as
they
bad guys.
ID me? I'm interested in that.
They
Actually,
have not ID'd you.
I know.
In fact, I think as duty or ECM, can you roll a hacking check one more for me?
Oh,
The
okay.
15.
Sure.
Let's see exactly how much they're IDing you, because that really comes down to how good your ECM strikes.
And for the cheap seats, what's ECM stand for?
Electronic countermeasures,
Oh, very cool.
essentially hacking defense.
Ooh, she has firewalls and biz.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask the same thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
I am always willing to play dumb. I knew, obviously. It was just for everyone else.
You did write a book about hackers, yeah.
Yeah.
Countermeasures.
It's a 5.
Okay. It is supposed to scramble your face. It didn't do that, but they've not ID'd your face.
Okay.
Not yet.
That's not what happened. That's not.
It's in part what happened,
so-
but they are manipulating it to their advantage.
So the
What?
so the Rample part may be my fault.
What do you mean?
Yeah. I'm just gonna assume I tell her what happened with the drunkenness.
What happened?
Well, not.
You got drunk?
That's what they say I did.
I
don't-
missed it?
It was really fun.
It was quite entertaining.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Sometime when we're feeling a little better.
fortunately loosened his lips quite a bit. I was not in the room when Nidar, who
was.
should have known better, in my opinion.
It was quite entertaining, but yes, it was probably not the smartest move.
Okay, look, I'm just gonna. It's me. It's my thing I'm related to. Look, I wanted to know if I was related to these people, whatever they're called.
Ramples.
Thank you. If I am a Rample, apparently I am. Now I don't know what that means. I'm still figuring that out. But you know what? If that's what it took, that's what it took. Now I don't know who that Rathbone. He told people. Bottom line.
It's okay, you don't know what a press conference is.
I mean, he's a shit weasel is what he is, basically. So the second they hung up, he...
And being a Rample means whatever you want it to mean and nothing else.
Well, it seems
But it will put your face on a lot of...
Oh,
Seems there are members on
there's
your
one other thing in the Terran news media that should be
Oh, is there,
should
Jack?
be worth your attention. Yeah, sorry. I kind of glossed over something. They've made a very, very public showing of the fact that they have taken the Avalon. The Avalon has been paraded over the Terran, like, the sort of main Terran capital, Journeyman's Rest. And it's actually been like sort of paraded above in the sky with Terran military escort to show that they've taken it, that it is not a threat, and that the Peacekeep, if it seeks war with the Terran Republic, will be matched ship for ship because they now have access to Peacekeep technology.
Any reference to the current status of the crew?
The crew is in. They are captive. They are not. They are not killed, or they are not.
Where are they
executed.
keeping my crew?
They are currently being kept in the vessel.
Nadar,
That's convenient.
next time they take a ship, blow up the ship.
Not blow up my ship.
Not with all of our crew still on board.
They all got up,
It
didn't
was
they?
very
No,
tempting.
they're still they're prisoners
No,
on
there's
the
a lot
ship.
there.
Oh, you did the right thing then. But then blow up the ship.
It seems we have our people on the Avalon who are prisoners and members of Noble Defender's Terran family who may soon be prisoners, and an imminent attack that you will be blamed for. So that's 3 problems.
Do I know the status of Vivian through Tom?
Yeah, Vivian is currently in parts unknown. She was like holding herself up in her house, and then they've recently taken the estate, and the estate is she was not in the estate.
Okay.
What is the coalition saying about all this?
Coalition media is a little more like a little less unified generally, as tends to be with the coalition. They think the Terran Republic is going through a series of like smoke screens and things that they're putting up to try to consolidate some kind of power. They're worried about the potential for war, but they don't have a lot of position on the Peacekeep. They didn't like the Peacekeep much either. So their whole thing is like, maybe let them sort out all of their nonsense. In the meantime, we'll gird ourselves for the potential of war. Ding, ding. Ding.
I'm off world.
Noble, you okay?
I think I'm great. Jack, I'm gonna roll to see if Concordance actually is picking up anything.
Sure.
Because we're off world.
We are.
Yep. Roll 11 for Concordance.
Got it. Ooh, that was nice.
one.
Thank you. Gravity, really, not me. I flick my
Half
wrist.
of it.
Yeah, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Cool. So that's a full success. Your Concordance is now picking up to the wider Brightest Eye network. As you guys have, as the wireless systems have gone out, the Concordance is essentially piggybacked onto that, giving you access to the Brightest Eye communication channels.
Yes! Okay. Hey, Lucy, look. You're not gonna like this, but right now, they have, and I'm not trying to do this, an ambassador and now a political prisoner that is now trapped around Terran space, and I think it'd be a good idea to call home and call for some backup.
Admiral Celine?
I was thinking a little differently, like a queen.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm gonna do that and check in because technically they need to know what's going on. I'm gonna try and call for my sister.
Okay. So you're already on Concordance, so I'm not going to make you roll for that check.
Right.
You can send a ping out through subspace, and because of the amazing abilities of the Concordance, we can connect you forthwith to the other side of the galaxy,
How does he have a sister?
where where
Oh, that was in character. I thought that was in
where
character.
Visionary
Okay, that was in
Destroyer,
character.
you were sleeping. You're in your
Brightest Eye.
sleeping, sack. Question: do you sleep
Previously
alone?
his brother.
For the moment, yes.
Okay. Is Merza in your quarters, or does Merza you're elsewhere?
Mirza has their own quarters.
Okay, cool.
I don't sleep.
So, you wake up to a pinging in your concordance.
Hi, little brother.
Fizz?
Hi.
Fizz!
You all right?
Absolutely not.
All right, what's going on?
Where are you?
We're on the border of rare space.
Oh, that's far.
Yeah.
Oh.
Long story. What?
Okay.
What's wrong? What's?
Okay, look.
Spit it out.
Look.
Sleeping.
I'm just gonna say it. Found my family. Talked to Dad. Ship's been taken. Lucy was captured prisoner, and all of Terran is just. I don't really like them. They're kind of not what I'm used to. Viz, we need help. We're trapped on a moon, outside of a moon.
All right.
And they do not treat their ambassadors very well. When you told me about this, you said that'd be fine. And let me tell you something, it ain't fine.
You sound fine.
It's not fine.
All right.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's fine, I'm alive, but come on.
Well, alive's all you need.
Do you see what happened? And I send the video of everything I've been capturing.
Okay, cool. You receive a sort of like massive memory file. Surges through your concordance. I'm gonna have you roll for concordance for just getting your head around this stuff a little bit. 16, please.
Is he
Happening in
speaking
their
out
heads,
loud?
right?
No, concordance happens instantaneous. So assume that
So
the
to
rest
me,
of the
he's
game.
just staring off into space.
Yeah, assume
Okay.
that this is all happening in the blink of an eye.
Oh, okay.
He's talking with his sister,
9.
who is our former captain.
9?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you understand. You get essentially a full-scale
queen of
recap
the
of what's been
brightest
going
eye.
on in his life. He went to
know
Terra.
what that's like.
Well, they went first to somewhere else before they went to Terra. It was like an old Pakha facility. They discovered a bunch of strange things in that facility. Now they've gone to Terra ostensibly in order to help facilitate peace with the Peacekeep, but instead Terra seems to have been taken over by radical populists in their own government who are now looking to blame the Peacekeep, Lucy, and in fact your brother for everything that's about to come. It looks like they're about to stage some kind of violent incident.
Uh-huh.
At this point, you would recognize a couple of things. Your brother is outgunned. He has 4 allies. He has no ship, and he has very little ability to physically fight back.
Mm-hmm. Noble, this is going to sound harsh, but I think you've done a terrible job as an ambassador.
That's fair.
You know, I didn't want this job when you first gave it to me. You know that.
Nobody wants the lot in life they're given. We'll be sending help, that's not a problem, but you need to stay out of the way and out of any more trouble. If the brightest eye are seen in Terran space, that's going to cause an incident that, to be perfectly honest, is going to cause a lot more damage than losing you and your 4 friends.
All right, that I do understand, but at the same time, Viz, it's ugly. It's real ugly.
Yeah, I get that.
I haven't been able to be an ambassador. They've shot me since I first stepped on the planet. That's a fact. Except I will say, there's a thing called grass, and it is really nice.
I'm sure it is. All right. I'll be sending 1 ship. We need to keep a low profile, and we'll do our best to get you out of there.
Contact Peacekeep. Let them know what's going on. There's a complete blackout on the planet. They don't know what's happening. If you contact them in peace and you tell them what's happened, Lucy Bard's been shot, almost left for dead, and they have not accepted an ambassador, they will get involved.
The Peacekeep doesn't know anything about what's going on Terra?
Absolutely nothing. There was a complete blackout. I had to use Nidar to talk to Dad.
Well, this is a whole other problem.
I told you,
All right.
I ain't lying.
How are relations with the Peacekeep right now?
Well, actually, you know what? I gave him a hand of peace, which seemed to work out pretty good. That was a good idea on your part.
Well, I'm glad that had some effect. All
Yeah.
right. So we'll speak to the Peacekeep leadership and see what we can do.
Okay.
Stay quiet. Stay out of the way. Don't get yourself killed, all right?
No promises.
Okay, so we'll come to you guys back in a second.
Should we reach out to Admiral Celine?
I think we need to stay quiet on this one. I think I got my sister taking care of this. Yeah.
What do you mean?
What about the rest of our crew?
Look. Look at where we are. We're on a shuttlecraft. You are lucky to be alive.
I'm fine.
Sure you are. We're 4 of us in a dead zone hiding. Sometimes it's better to stay put and hide if we want to survive the entire day.
Noble Defender, they've got my ship, they've got my crew, they've got my planet, and they're gonna kill people. So I hope you have more of a plan than hide.
And they'll take your life if you do not sit still and wait for backup.
Noble, we have taken back a ship with very few people before.
That's true, but we had weapons.
Who's the backup?
Well, there may or may not be a Brightest Eye vessel coming to assist the ambassador that is stranded here. And its friends and you, the friend of the Brightest Eye, who are in dire need of help.
So listen, I have very little idea of anything that you just said. I don't know what it means at all. But as much as I hate to say it, I think Noble Defender's right. It's suicide to go back there right now. In your condition, with what we've got, which is basically just this tiny shuttle, doesn't make sense.
All right, if we can reach Tom, we need to make sure there's some warning about the game. But everything else can wait. We have to try to reach Admiral Celine Corbichbar and the rest of the Peacekeep to let them know what's happened.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I can try and rig it and try and get some kind of signal, but I don't think it's gonna work. Would that work, Jack? To try and get a hold?
You can try.
All right.
In the meantime, you for what it's worth, you have instructed. Bart doesn't know this, but you have instructed the Brightest Eye to bring PC.
Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. So yeah. Look, I'm gonna stop. Just trust the Brightest Eye on this one. We've got it.
Gonna have to try to talk to my Admiral.
Jack, one question is
14.
Is the Avalon like anywhere in our vicinity at all?
No, it's a it's on the planet.
On the planet.
Okay, but so not anything I could listen for.
It'd be real tough, especially since you're not on a planet or near any kind of vegetation.
Okay.
Do I even know what the Brightest Eye is?
No, not
Okay.
really.
I didn't think so.
Yeah. No, I should probably note. In those other 24 hours, everybody else was working on medicine. You were probably just adjusting to the fact that you're in space.
Yeah.
Oh, you've never been in space
You're like,
before.
Oh my god!
So roll 14.
Freaking out.
All right. All right. I'm gonna do this because you want me to, but that's about it.
Thanks.
We need to stay quiet while I'm doing. You know, the thing is that look, I know I've been there. I try and sacrifice myself, help out my crew and everybody, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta keep quiet because otherwise you aren't gonna win the war, and it's about winning a big, messy war right now. I know you're not used to that because you've only had one war apparently. So
We've had some wars. You saw a couple of them.
was told one war.
How are your successes?
We have 6.
6 successes.
6 successes.
Okay.
Do you remember back on the Stellar Arms Survival Directory?
Oh.
Saw a couple of wars.
I suppose you're right.
Long history of not getting along. Feels
All
like 100 years
efforts.
ago.
All efforts to contact the Admiralty are unsuccessful.
Okay.
I tried. I did it.
Thank you.
However, you receive a ping back from the Rample frequency,
Oh.
sending you coordinates to the. Right now, you are above the second moon, Asteria. There is a moon closer to the planet. This moon is known as Leto. It's essentially the Antarctica of moons. There is there are a small number of science stations around it, and there is in the middle of what would otherwise just be a giant ice field, a small coordinate ping for rendezvous, along with one word. Aid.
Aid?
Yes.
Are they offering aid or asking for it?
Either way, we should go.
Also, is the Rample frequency the name of Rathbone's next book?
I hope so. The Ramble frequency. All right. So you guys head over there.
I mean,
Should we go,
You spoke to
Captain?
Tom, right? Like it's.
Well, you haven't spoken to Tom yet.
Just
You've
a
just
little-
gotten this ping from that's what came back.
But there's no reason for us to think that it's not from him. Okay.
No, this is a secure frequency.
Okay.
okay. See that coordinates up there? Mm-hmm. Aid.
Let's go.
Don't really have much of a choice.
We have plenty of a choice, but
The captain asked us to go, therefore we should go.
we don't have. We're in a different situation. There are no militaries here. You understand that?
Is Lucy Bard your captain or is she not?
She's not my captain. She hasn't been my captain. I've been doing this because I care about everybody, including Lucy, but she is not my captain.
So you're the captain now?
No. I'm the ambassador saying we need to look at this as a full picture. What if that's a trap? Don't pretend you're not a soldier. You're saying that everything's going down and you're not thinking about it?
It's a secured, verifiable channel. It came from Tom.
Lucy, do you want me to go there?
I do.
I'll do this as a friend. But if some shit goes tits up, you know that wasn't my idea.
I'll listen when we get close, if that helps.
All right. Viz,
Yeah.
here are the coordinates. We're headed here because there's an aid signal. God. Sometimes I don't know how to fight a war, I swear to God.
All right. So as your vessel peels out and attempts to stay under the radar, heading towards Lido, we cut across the galaxy.
I'd be like, what is this?
And we're gonna start
I don't know.
with we're gonna start
You're
in
Terran.
everybody's favorite place on the brightest side
coming
vessel, the med bay,
I keep forgetting that exists.
where
How long have you even had a med bay?
We've always had one. It's just not very nice.
Okay.
it's a weird
fancy.
sphincter thing with like that like
Lots
has
of
the general
goo and-
consistency of like a kidney when you're inside of it.
Well, I put up some gymnastics rings so I could do surgery.
Right.
Hanging
There's a
upside down.
Got a
double.
grid,
Then I
right?
could hang
No.
from my feet.
I love this idea of you doing surgery upside down with bat legs.
That's how I do surgery.
My favorite
That's how
thing.
bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got a grid.
You've never seen a bat do surgery, Jackson? Really?
It's like I've never lived. In the hot seat today, good idea. Recently corporeal, with many questions as to why and how. I'm gonna put, since Viz is in her own situation right now, we're gonna start with Merza and Leuven here with good idea. Rake is flying the ship.
How do you feel? All the fingers? Your mind?
100%. 100%.
Try to talk to me in your brain right now. Just do it. Oh God, nothing.
Probably for the best. That was a very macabre thought. No, I feel good. I feel whole. I have all my fingers and toes. I'm wearing something fine, though. Wait, this is. Please tell me you saved my swag. My clothing collection. Oh my God, we have to check. I have to go. I have to go right now.
and he starts to go for the sphincter door.
Maybe just wait.
Priorities. I understand. Yeah. I understand this is a bit of an unexpected and surreal situation. I certainly didn't plan on coming back at all. I think we should check us out.
Maybe
I'm checking my translator.
Yeah.
This is not making sense to me with the words they're using.
Yeah.
And in what's the species? What's your species?
Sweet relief.
You are the species. So in the language of sweet relief. Apologies. My name is. This might be a good idea. We have not been fully introduced, but it's my absolute pleasure to meet you. I am so glad that we finally have someone with a little bit of knowledge and medical sophistication aboard this ship. Up until recently, I was 100% dead, existing entirely within her mind. Now I am not. Please, Mirza,
no idea what's
Help
being
us.
said.
Yeah, literally, no, he's sitting there going,
Nothing surprises me anymore.
You are our only hope.
Of course, I'm happy to help you.
Yahtzee.
I'm diagnostic spiking the ever living.
Wait, what?
It's better if you close
all
your eyes.
right, roll for that, please.
Yes, we are up to 29 there.
Yeah. Also, I will have you know, I have added a merit to Mirza's sheet for power and protection. Power and protection operates only when you are there with Visionary Destroyer. Viz, you now have a merit called Aid and Strength. Those two merits work together as long as the two of you are together. Aid and Strength essentially operates by taking your empathy rating and replacing it with Mirza's empathy rating whenever the two of you are together.
Hilarious.
Gonna feel all the things.
Wow. However, whenever Mirza is with you, power and protection allows them to divert damage to you. So you can essentially tank Mirza's damage
Right, I
until
became
you can't anymore.
a damage token.
Or until Mirza chooses no longer to use you as a tank.
Awesome.
That'll go forever, yeah.
That's great.
Till I'm
Sweet.
dead in the ground.
So just make sure you call these things as you go, but
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20.
That 20.
No, she didn't make it.
Then
all right. Cool.
Get ready to be
I get to
stabbed
find
real
out
hard.
stuff about good idea.
Yeah, you do.
Wow, that's insanity.
Do me.
Do me. Well, I mean,
Where
yes.
are we
Well, actually, I
stabbed?
think I did that a while ago just to be able to do rake.
No, this is something else.
Yeah, we
Okay.
definitely both disappeared. She's like a half pound lighter than she was. It's definitely something weird's going on.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Would you mind? Do Leuven too? Actually, you know what? For the 20,
I
I'm gonna
assumed
say
that
you
was
do both.
Both, yeah.
Because that's a huge roll.
You like your spike extends, and I'm like, wait, change my mind.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Mirza like spikes you both at the same time, and then figures it out. So, here's the cool thing.
I'll figure it out.
They are the same biological material. It's almost as if whole sections of Leuven's biological sample were duplicated and retrofitted and reorganized to produce good idea. The body is a like full-scale physical extension of Leuven's biology.
Whoa.
It matches pre-built patterns, those being the patterns designed initially by Kazakul, the Ta'al Kli who built Good Idea, which Good Idea no one else does. These match those essential specifications, so you can tell like all tongue he was vat grown, but unlike most tongue, he has incredible amounts of physical adaptation and like metaphysical adaptation. There's all of these various parts of his body that are designed to absorb radiation that would kill a normal tongue and retrofit that radiation back out. You're sort of discovering that he's been designed not specifically just to communicate with you or with other species with like various odd kinds of language, which is what most tongue are designed to do, but actually to communicate on the electromagnetic spectrum, like through to radiations that would be lethal to any other species. Nothing. You've never seen anything quite like this. It's almost like he's a reactor, but he has to get input in order to like activate. All of this, however, is now designed and built off of replicated Kirai genetic material. So at a very base level, he is now Kirai.
He's
From
made
like
of
a from like
cats.
a
He's made of cats.
He's a cat's tongue.
he just doesn't
He's a
look
cat's
like
tongue.
he just doesn't look like one. A cat's tongue.
So blue.
He just doesn't look like one, and he's been kind of rebuilt in the shape of what he was. Leuven, meanwhile, is, yes, a couple of pounds lighter. Her bones are marginally thinner.
Does that affect any of my
No,
physical?
no, it'll not have a physical.
Okay, cool. Then I'm.
Oh, hey, what up? Welcome
Here's
back.
the fifth row.
Yeah.
This one.
Welcome, Jeff.
Hey.
Just talking about how you have a new brother.
What? Wait, what happened?
You'll hear. Just wait.
Everything has changed.
It's all
Good
different.
idea is now made of parts of Leuven. That's amazing.
What?
Yeah, his
you.
new body is built entirely from reconditioned and reorganized
Repurposed
pieces
to create.
of Leuven's
triplets
genetic
now.
materials.
Is that really real?
Yeah.
Like, wait,
We
he went through
we
a
are
surgery?
literally
What
not.
happened?
No. They just
I'm-
theirs has been
Clone birthed from me.
I did.
whatever happened inside that energy rift. This is what came out.
I have a question.
Yes.
That's awesome.
When I was on Infinite Grasses, there was an off flavor. Did it taste like that at all?
Yes, it does. Absolutely. Same signature. Exactly.
I taste like that too?
Yep.
Okay.
Just a little. Much less than good idea.
What do I
Tastes like grass.
Yeah.
Got it.
I taste
Really old grass.
Much more good idea than Leuven. Leuven's been like touched. Good idea's been sculpted.
So I'm built physically out of her. Is that what you're saying?
In what language are you saying that?
Oh, common.
Cool. In a sense, perhaps. I can tell you what I taste. I can't tell you how it got there. I think perhaps you know more about that than I do.
Oh, I know very little about almost anything.
I find that hard to believe.
What I know, and you guys are gonna have to bear with me here, is I think what happened, me and you, all of us, what you experienced inside the whatever we were, inside the rift, was almost a gift. The slate, everyone thinks the slate is some kind of weapon, it's some kind of energy, it's some kind of event, but it's not. And it wasn't, and it never has been. It's alive, and it's vibrant, and it was my friend. More than my friend, it was my brother. Kinda. Enough. And I think that in meeting me and in you meeting me and in Captain Bard and everyone bringing me into who I am, I paid that forward to the slate itself. And I think what the slate did for us and for me was pay it back. I think this was its way of saying thank you.
It's one hell of a thank you.
It's one hell of a thank you.
Here for this?
I've only known of the slate for the last 4 years. The light from the stars that it devoured hadn't yet reached my planet. But this doesn't seem so much more mad than anything else.
Agree. Thank you. It's not mad, it's just...
Oh no, it is most decidedly mad.
Okay, fair enough. Well, maybe we've all gone a little bit mad. Possible. Possible.
I know everyone on this ship has.
But I guess, Leuven, thank you once again. Guess I'm kind of made to repay you somehow.
That's not what it was. The slate helped me keep my promise to you. We're square now. Friends. Plain and simple.
Ooh. We're square. I don't know you, you don't know me.
No.
We're just,
Yes.
no, we're just friends.
Just friends.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds great. This is a friend thing.
Yep.
Yes.
At which point, Viz, you get on
Comms.
you get on comms for the ship.
Captain Muir, I'd like to speak to you if I can.
Right away, where are you?
I'm in my quarters, but I can meet you in yours.
I'll see you there in a moment.
Thank you.
All right, you step to her ready room. You go alone?
Yep.
Okay, the two of you are now in in Leuven's ready room. You arrive to find Viz already there.
What's the urgency?
I just heard from my brother.
Really?
Yeah. He's
Is everything okay? How's the Avalon?
He's not on the Avalon. He's with your captain and the rest of the crew.
Okay.
I don't know what happened to the ship. Well, I do, actually. I know, right? Yeah, it all got sent to me.
And you know the most of the crew's not there.
The rest of my crew. And a strange woman. The Avalon's been taken by
By what?
Terran separatists. Terra seems to be gunning for independence. And they're hell-bent on doing it violently and
Also
stupidly.
Terrans.
The Peacekeep has no idea about it, and Noble asked me to go to them to entreat for aid. I'm inclined to do that.
Of
But-
course.
It's not going to look great if the Queen of the Brightest Eye shows up demanding that the Peacekeep send out a fleet to pick up her little brother.
If we show up at Peacekeep, we are a peace vessel requesting the help from one of their top captains.
Well, I'm glad you're with me on it. It's going to look a lot better coming from the two of us than just me.
At this point, I would like to point out, heading there, you suggested you would task a ship to help them out directly.
Yeah, I guess we're not the closest ship, are we?
Yeah, well, no, here's the way to think of it. You are actually pretty close, because
Okay.
you are already on the outskirts of the Brightest Eye. The Brightest Eye doesn't
Yeah.
have a lot of vessels other places. So getting to Peacekeep space, not a huge problem for you. The problem is, you can either go, if you're heading to, like, Kirei, or like any of the, or like the Peacekeep
Right. Then
like,
we're heading away from Terra.
areas, right? Then you aren't heading to Terra, right? So you can head there and you can treat with them, but you're leaving them to deal with this stuff on their own. At least longer than you otherwise would be. Or you can go and help them directly as a single ship and have a more like direct impact on what goes down with them. But they are expecting a
Same
violent
direction.
attack within 24 hours on Terra, and that's what they're trying to stop. So without your immediate help, they're on their own.
And we can probably make a phone call.
You can definitely
Yeah.
make a phone call on the way.
I need.
It's not an either-or situation.
Yeah, right.
Can you contact your brother again?
Yeah, I can try. We can connect over the concordance. It shouldn't be a problem. But I need word out to the Peacekeep. They need to be checking on Terra. They need to be sending some kind of aid. And they need to be dealing with whatever diplomatic fallout is about to happen on this planet.
That is no problem. We get word to Lucy, have her record a message of requesting help and explain their story. We send it and then we go and help them.
I think if Lucy could have sent a message, she would have already.
She doesn't have a ship. How is she supposed to send that?
Well, it just needs to come from us.
Exactly.
All of it needs to come from us. I need you to call Kirei. I'll get a hold of my brother.
Fine.
All right, fun times.
Wait, before you leave. The last time we spoke, you said you had doubts, that you didn't think that you'd given me the right position. You said you wanted peace. But I must ask, when you were speaking with Gaska, at the simplest threat, you were ready to bring down the fury of the Brightest Eye on the Siren space. I'm not judging you. I respect you. I need you to respect me because I don't think you want peace. You want to keep the people you care about safe. And what happened with the Rare, I just want to make it clear that that is exactly what I did. So So let's go keep our people safe. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Good. Let's go get this shit done.
All right, Leuven,
I
you
love
step onto the bridge of the vessel. It is already, your crews are ready to go. They are in full scale, like ready to work mode.
Whoever's in my science spot, I'm like, up, 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 up,
The limb steps up, kind of skitters away, and you are welcomed back to your science station.
All right.
All right, yeah. Rake is at the controls. A little bit of stubble starting to show up along his.
5 o'clock shadow on my body. I want to see that fan art. 5 o'clock shadow on my body. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound more gross.
It's gonna be great. We're just gonna like do a week by week hair update for you.
It's very important.
Hair Watch 2017.
I can't wait for that really awkward middle
watch?
stage
I know,
where
yeah,
you're
where
like
it's not quite,
super
yeah.
fuzzy but not quite filled in
Good
yet.
ideas there. Mirza, are you there as well?
Start taking meow game.
I haven't. If we got the all call, I would show up to the bridge at least to get assignment. So.
Killer. Mirza shows up, as does Viz, and Leuven, the captaincy is yours.
All right.
The ship turns for orders.
My captain, I could be assistants in engineering, if that would be helpful to you. I know Brett
Really?
vessels.
Well, at the moment, we don't seem to have any people that are currently dying, so that would be quite helpful.
Cool. Mirza heads down to engineering, which is
Fascinating.
going to be really cool. That'll be the first time we have an engineering character in our ship.
We did a little bit of time in the.
You know, look,
yeah, you did.
I
do
like
that.
tape some shit together. Like I am no engineer.
Mirza heads down to engineering, leaving the 4 of you left on the bridge.
All right. Let's send a message to Peacekeep Planet.
You'd be sending that to Admiral Celine Korbash Var, who is the head of Peacekeep Military. She is currently Korbash, Korbash. She is a very famous Kirei.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, okay. Admiral?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she is currently located.
What do I
at
know
the
about-
assembled, She is currently located. Her ship is called the Kirei. It is located around the Sanctum, which is the old Pakha homeworld, and is now where the Peacekeep fleet has all like organized themselves to figure out what's next.
What can I? What do I know about Selena?
All right, what do you know about Celine Korbash Var?
Do I know anything about her?
This is a politics role.
Oh yeah, I don't know shit about that. Like, I think it's probably a person.
That sounds like a name.
Unless she's
It's
involved
a-
in criminal activity.
Right, exactly.
And then
She
I would
hasn't crimed. I
definitely
don't know her.
Keep flying and fine.
Do you crime, bro?
Yeah, you saw you graffitied a poster.
Wait,
of
wait,
hers
did we have a moment that I saw you as Kirei yet? Do we have
Oh
that?
no, I'm not Kirei.
Okay. Oh, you're still-
No, just like genetically I am.
Kirei
Oh, so
plays
do I know that?
I guess not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, okay, cool. I just wanted
I'll
to-
give you the lowdown. Don't worry.
He's made of cats.
Okay, great. You cut him over.
He's made of cats.
Just fly out of
Cats in
him.
a trench coat.
Got it? Oh my god, amazing. Yes.
Yeah, good ideas. Just a bunch of cats.
No, die.
Unzip it and
awesome.
cats just come
Oh,
unfurling
yeah.
out.
I mean, to be fair, isn't
Yeah,
that
we're gonna have
true
to talk
of all
about
of us?
that.
Aren't we all just a bunch of?
I am definitely a bunch of
friend.
cats in a Jackson suit.
I wish there were a bunch of cats.
I'm
I
definitely
am a
puppies.
popsicle, so.
Oh,
If my new cat's behavior is any indication, I am definitely
Damn.
made of cat
I
bed.
get like 80, like a smoke.
That cat just like
No, that's a bad day.
every single night.
Bad,
she just, like,
bad,
gets
damn.
somewhere around here and just lays as big as she can. And then like and then it's just like, I dare you to go. I dare you to get off the couch. Like I dare you to go.
so in a couple years you will be made of more cat hair than person.
It's true. I tried
how
to
it
wear
works.
I tried to wear a shirt I'd already worn this week, and I picked it up and it was filled with cat hair. Like, ew. Can't do that trick anymore. How'd you do?
I got a 1 because I rolled like 7 and then also 1s.
Wow.
So, down
well,
one.
you don't really know much about Celine Korbash Var. You have heard the name.
Yeah. We need to secure a channel directly to Admiral Celine. She's on the ship Curie.
For what it's worth, it's probably Admiral Var.
Admiral Var?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, Admiral Var.
Celine Corbash Var. She's
Is
Curie.
Corbash? Then I would say
Would it be Corbash?
Ra-
Yeah.
Corbash Var.
Yeah. So technically you're Captain
Admiral-
Yikshomor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
both.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Captain Corbash Var, or Admiral Corbash Var.
Admiral Corbash Var.
Thanks.
All right, I'd like to establish a secure communication as best as we can with that ship.
Cool. You do not need to roll for that.
Great.
Because you're political channels.
911.
You send a political channel out. What was that?
I said 911.
Yeah.
Help!
Meow, meow,
By the way,
meow.
is the ship heading towards Terra? Are you
Yes.
guys in
Yeah,
static
we're
ground?
gonna head towards the coordinates
yeah.
that.
Coordinates?
Yes.
All right.
Rake.
Hey, Rake, to
Yeah.
figure out how fast you guys get there, will you roll a helm check for me?
Yeah, you
All
are.
right. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Sweet. It's a 23.
That's my boy.
That's my boy.
Meanwhile, good idea. You send out a political channel in like your very, very best peacekeep.
All the floweriest codes and permissions.
Honorariums.
Yeah.
And permissions.
No emojis.
No
I
emojis.
saw what
Little
Rake
thin
did last time in
flowers.
my computer.
And that heads over to the offices of Admiral Celine Corbash Var, who appears on your screen. Celine is a Curie in her 70s. She is tall and statuesque
11.
and a very, what was that?
11.
You guys are going to get there real fast.
Yeah, we are.
You overclock the ship. You're really getting used to this brightest eye vessel at this point. Turns out you can turn off all of the safety permissions.
Yes!
For like all of the other systems.
I love
and just
it.
drive all of that raw energy power to the crossing drives.
Exactly what we do.
It's
Exactly.
Yeah. It's
Very
super. It's like super not safe. But
I just
you know.
hacked the shit out of it. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't. There's not that many people on your ship anymore.
I'm just
Yeah.
running the
blame-
cooling.
I blame you,
It's
Viz.
so
Yeah. All of a sudden you get down into engineering and all of the cooling vents are like need to get like manually activated. So
But they're all like up there and
leaping
like
around and
you're like,
Everything
turning
falling
all the
apart.
valves. And
The gravity goes out.
yeah.
Why is this happening?
They're like, everybody out! And just start
Yeah.
jumping.
I'm just like-
I love it. By the way, just for what it's worth, I always talk about how like Vast comes from this thing I created when I was like a kid. In that thing that I created when I was a kid, there was a one-ship show. It was like a TV show I was trying to put together. And the engineer was a Siren, but that was the way that they did all of their engineering. Was that it was supposed to be a really, really huge engineering bay, and they had the 4 arms, so they would just jump around and leap around. The Siren were a little more like ape-like, so they would be like jumping around and would run the entire
Putting it
engineering as
together.
like a single person. So Mirza, you just made my dreams come true. Full circle, another little 10-year-old Jackson thing that just happened by the very nature of people being rad. Cool. Celine Corbash
Runs out
Var,
of his body. High five.
as you guys like blaze along.
Admiral Corbash Var, forgive me. There is something urgent that I need to speak with you about. I'm Captain Luvin Yikchom.
I know who you are. I am very pleased to make your acquaintance. You are well known among our people.
Is this a
Ma'am,
private communication?
there is something
No, it's
urgent.
happening on the bridge.
Oh.
There is something very urgent happening on Terran. Or Terra.
Yes. We are at least marginally aware. Terra has cut off all official communications with the Peacekeep fleet. They have petitioned for planetary sovereignty through one of their 2 primary governments. We believe the other government to be at risk of military invasion, and we have lost all track of the ship I sent there, your former colleague, Lucy Bard, and the Avalon, which we now believe to be in Terran custody.
I have some good news and some bad news on that front, ma'am. The Avalon is taken, but I know for a fact that Lucy and part of her crew are safe. Well, they will be safe. And I have it on good authority that they are planning an attack on Terra and are planning to blame it on the Peacekeep.
This is very disturbing news. Where does it come from?
I have it from Lucy herself.
You are in contact with Lucy Bard.
I have a source that has contact with her, yes. We are on our way to her now. But we need help on Terra. It is urgent. I don't believe we can get there in time. We need your help. We need all the help.
Our telemetry indicates your vessel, the Screaming Valor.
That's correct.
Yes. Our telemetry indicates that you will be in the Terran system within the solar day. This is good news for reasons that I cannot speak about on an open communications channel. Would you excuse me for a moment?
Of course.
Thank you. And then the signal dips out. You're left in silence for a second, and then suddenly, on an encrypted channel on the comms system, a new signal. A hail.
We've got a private channel. Would you like it in your personal quarters or here on the bridge?
I'll take it in my quarters.
Okay, you step into the captain's ready room. As you step in, and the door around you, you're met with
Goo is
a
really bad for fur. Just saying.
You're met with a ooh, this is cool. Normally this would be handled through concordance. You don't really have like holographics. You're met with like a biomass thing. It sort of comes out of the wall and it's like a fleshy representation of what the view screen would otherwise look like.
Yeah.
And it's
know our ship was so
Celine's
gross.
face.
Gross. Amazing.
Captain Moore, are you all right? Captain John Moore, are you all right?
Forgive me, the picture quality here is quite disturbing. Continue.
And then you see her take her hands and move them to her sides very gently. But just this break of decorum is enough for you to know this must be serious.
Yeah.
Captain, I am unable to task vessels to Terra without risking full-scale war with the Terran Republic. We have good intelligence based on our findings here on the Sanctum that someone or something has been arming the Terran Republic with technology far beyond anything they would otherwise have been able to operate. It would appear to us that a foreign adversary, perhaps the Siren, have infected the Terrans with the disease of disloyalty. I am concerned, but I cannot strike. I would risk a military loss that I cannot sustain for so many of my ships, of my people, are now looking to me for flawless leadership. If one flaw, one mistake is made, it could be the end of the Peacekeep. For my leadership is one of the few things holding this fleet together. As a result, I would ask for the help of the Brightest Eye. A strategic, yet covert alliance for this single and unique situation. You will be authorized to enter Peacekeep space, be given all the resources we can provide once you are on Terra, and once you have secured answers to who or what has caused this situation on Terra, and we can prove it, then, and only then, can I move the full force of the Peacekeep to secure the situation behind you. I know This is asking a lot. I also know of your history. And the history of your brother. I know that the two of you left the Peacekeep under less than clear circumstances from a military records perspective. And that since then, you have won military victories of impressive, if morally dubious, scale. This is not a judgment. You know how the Peacekeep does business, and I know how the Brightest Eye does. You may choose to operate however you choose. But in this, I must ask you, will you once more fight along our side? Will you fight to minimize casualty? To keep the Terrans safe from themselves? If only until we can discover what it is that has damaged their coexistence so.
I would like to put your mind at ease, Admiral. I did not leave the Peacekeep as you think. Believe me. When I changed ships, there was no Paka, there was no Peacekeep, there was nothing left. The morals of the Peacekeep I keep inside me. I will say, bless you.
No, I'm not.
Oh, I was like, really? That sucks. Everyone here has cats.
That'd be lame.
Yeah, I'm lame, I know.
It is not my intent to cause casualties, Admiral. But sometimes a fight is needed to keep peace. And that is what I promise to do.
Forgive my crassness. But if a fight is necessary, I suppose I am glad the Brightest Eye are there.
It is not only the Brightest Eye who wish to keep this universe safe, Admiral.
Indeed. Then, to a future of security and peace for both of our peoples. And to the day that we can make such a conversation as this public to both of our peoples. And secure an alliance that will carry us forward for many more generations.
I have had a Brightest Eye on my ship for a while, and I can guarantee you that that is possible.
I look forward to that day that I can look into your eyes in person and know the truth of your heart. Which is a very, like, Kirei
Yep.
sort of promise phraseology. Do you require anything else? I must make arrangements.
You do your arrangements, and I will make mine, and we will speak soon.
Godspeed on Terra. And unless my translators are failing me, may the eye shine bright.
May the eye shine bright.
And the fleshy thing disapparates, becomes a wall once again.
Ugh, we gotta get a screen in here.
Score perfect.
All right. So, with that said, you guys arrive. Hold on. Doop. Give me some music. Let's see. Yeah, this'll do.
Which ship?
Both.
They're up front. They're this honest.
About hanging us up.
12 hours later,
They do.
you have managed to secure yourselves at Leto, the first moon above Terra. Leto is an ice planet, barely populated with small amounts of scientific stations across the planet. There are also many craters, scars from the First War, from the war, where this was the furthest most battlefield beyond Terran soil. The few that had made it to space by that point fought here and died here. Your ship arrives some hours before the Screaming Valor does. But both ships have been welcomed into a large hangar hidden underneath the ice of a large ice field. This hangar is the private and incredibly secret property of the Rample family. And there, Tom Rample is there to greet you in person. Tom apologizes for not being able to speak with you earlier, but he was busy making this facility ready for all of you. Consider this your staging ground for everything that is to come next. The place for you to make a plan, to understand what it is you're going to do, and to make your first steps towards solutions. With that in mind, you have been there for a little bit longer than them. You have managed to kind of settle in, and we're going to pick up as the Screaming Valor arrives. You guys you've come on board. Assume you've done the formalities of, hey, we're gonna dock here, open up down into the thing. The ship has now docked inside of this bay, and you are now exiting the vessel. You're all there to meet them?
Absolutely.
Assuming you're told about this, which you are? Cool. So the Screaming Valor sits huge in this hangar, a large bug-shaped monstrosity of a ship with that big sort of back end of it. Still sitting there.
Glorious bug shape.
Glorious bug shape. Sorry.
Monstrosity.
And out of the bottom comes a gangplank, and off that gangplank walks the crew of the Screaming Valor.
In slow motion.
Who comes first?
That was you, wasn't it? That was you. That was the way you landed that. I gotta say, oh my goodness, what happened to your arm? What happened? You okay?
Good idea?
What the?
Taka! Captain? Noble?
Whoa.
What on earth?
Am I drunk?
There's a lot to talk about. Maybe we should go inside. Hi.
Everyone?
Loose.
A lot has happened.
Slight bit of death.
I'm
Don't worry.
gonna listen.
Got better.
At him.
Okay. Go for it. Again, harder to do in places without vegetation, but try it.
You just disappeared. You don't get better from that.
Well,
I haven't stopped slowly walking at Lucy.
Yeah, the two of you are just slowly walking by each other. Everybody else is like,
Everyone else is like, what? It's just
6.
yeah.
Do you guys
I shove her aside and just give her a big hug.
If you want to have an actual hug, you do an actual hug.
Yes, massive hug.
The table right here.
In front of the
Come
table.
here.
Go.
Come here.
Hug in front of the table.
Around
Are we
table.
LARPing now?
Yeah.
LARPing.
Little bit of LARPing.
The LARPing segment.
And I gotta, Jackson, I gotta.
I think these little LARPies once.
Slow motion.
This way. There you go.
Don't die. Wait, I'm sorry. I hugged you too hard.
Medic!
Did someone call a medic?
Are you okay, Captain? Yeah, I'm fine. What's wrong? Nothing.
Down, lower.
Nothing.
Yeah.
How are you doing? Are you all right? I'm fine. I have someone that can look at that. Where did you find him? That is a very, very weird, long story that I don't have time for yet. We have some important business I think we need to take care of first.
Do we ever? Thank you for coming.
Wouldn't miss it.
We should probably.
All right, back to your seats. Yay!
I a 6 for perception lesson.
Okay, so you're. I mean, it's a good idea. He sounds like a good idea. He feels like a good idea. There's a little bit of weirdness around him, but not nearly the same. Like he's not radiating particles at all. So at least there's like the radiation space around him.
I'm probably just gonna like literally go over and like
Poke, poke, poke. I am so glad to see you. I swear, now that I've got this fresh and new body back, I am really gonna need your help to not die. I am so sorry I did not keep my promise to you. I swear to God, this time, totally on the level.
Good
I
idea.
was
I saw
listening
you
for
die.
you.
Oh,
Whenever we went somewhere, I
that's.
thought I might find you, but I guess I
Hey,
did
you did.
sort of because they brought you back. Does that count?
It absolutely counts. Thank you. I think you made it happen.
Okay.
I feel unappreciated suddenly.
Maybe
I-
you shouldn't tell her you were in my house.
We'll keep that down. We'll keep that on the DL.
Hey, Biz.
Hello, brother.
What the is going on here?
Well,
Bug speak, I love it.
you tell me, but as far as I know, we're here to help.
Right, but that guy disappeared in front of my eyes.
We saw you vanish. You disintegrate. Do you know that you did it? Do
Oh.
you know you?
Supposed to be dead.
I feel like this.
I
might
wish he'd
require,
stayed that
like,
way.
give a
Trust
quick,
me.
Okay, here's what happened to me speech.
It was relatively straightforward. Just so that you fully understand, what actually happened was I disincorporated myself, was sucked into the transdimensional sphere that the brightest eye called the slate, and which you called the slate. I then interfaced with the being that existed there in 10th dimensional space, which in fact was a omnidimensional virtual demigod existing outside of time. We became fast friends, chit-chatted for quite a while, and then, because of his largesse and my own charming, winning personality, he was able to inject me back into this space as a 1.5D-esque representation of myself through hook and crook. Eventually, I was able to recorporate myself through the DNA of our very own Leuven Yikjal Moore.
You're a cat.
I'm a cat!
Great.
That made sense
That
in
is
a
a
way.
miracle.
Right.
I hate how much you talk.
It is a miracle. You are absolutely right. I think the important thing for us all to take away is I have been beyond the veil. I have seen more in heaven and earth than you can possibly imagine, and I have come back to you wiser, gentler, kinder, and perhaps deserving of a little bit more respect.
Well, you definitely came back more humble.
Taka's gonna hug him.
Oh, yeah.
Why does he still have a mouth?
Oh, we are hugging back. We are happy
Huggy, huggy,
friends.
Tree friend.
Meanwhile, as all this is going down, Tom Rample is kind of like leaning against the back of the hangar, watching all this. Sorry. I know this is all a lot of old friends and enemies and whatever you are. Hi, I'm Tom.
Oh,
Who's this guy?
Who is that?
My name's Tom Rample. You're in my house.
Our house, I believe.
Rake, you remember
Oh,
Tom?
Jesus. It's going to be like that, isn't it?
Last time I saw him, was he naked against a rock? Is that him?
Yep, that's
Yeah.
him.
Oh,
Oh, man. Hey.
Yeah, you
Oh my
remember.
gosh.
Your life.
You're the one with the. Last time I saw you, you had like fur.
Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Go
I
back!
had an awesome helmet.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Good to see you again.
Oh, man.
Thanks for saving me from that rock.
I didn't recognize you with all the clothes on.
Yeah, it's okay. I know. It's a thing. Look, I don't mean to be a buzzkill, but we're some 10 hours away from what could be the end of my planet. You guys want to maybe, I don't know, start talking about how we're going to solve for that?
Yes, please.
Oh.
That is why we're here.
Yeah.
Hello again, Tom.
Leuven.
Guess we can save you again.
What do we know?
That's a good question. As far as I can tell, we have enough of a situation on Terra that we're gonna have to directly intervene. The attack, which, as far as I can tell, goes down today at the Gravity Ball Championships, will most likely be able to be stopped by forces from either the people assembled here or my own personal guard. The Ramples have considerable resources even while we're on the run. Now that I have word of that attack, I have been able to get that down to the surface, and Vivian, who is currently in an undisclosed location, is working to task people towards the Gravity Ball Championships. However, I think we have a larger issue. Even if we can get that done, even if we can keep the misinformation campaign from spreading beyond that, we still must prove, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that Voss is operating behind the scenes of these things. We are being smeared in the press, and we cannot be responsible for seeding that truth. You can hold questions until the end, or we can go now. What's up?
Oh, all right. Sorry, Tom. Go on. Sorry.
He's a Rample. Can you blame him for being impulsive and mouthy? We all are.
I think that comes from the brightest eye as much as anything.
Yeah, they're pretty metal.
Yeah.
We meddle.
Metal. I believe perhaps our best opportunity is with the Avalon. We know that Voss is visiting it personally. I have good intelligence that he is doing exactly that. I also understand that he has taken the Avalon to a large scientific facility built just off of Journeyman's Rest. It's a new facility. It's only been there for a couple of years. We don't know much about it. The Ramples were cut out of the building process entirely. Don't know if that was intentional or happenstance, but one way or the other, we're left a little bit blind. However, this facility seems to have been designed at least in part with the object of building and analyzing new technologies. May well be that they're planning on taking the Avalon, stripping her for parts, and rebuilding something in its image. Otherwise, they're going to be analyzing it and trying to replicate the technology. Neither of these are good things. My hope is that we can get to that facility and somehow manage to find Voss and elicit some manner of confession from him. If we can do this in a live setting, all the better. That's the best plan that Vivian and I have, but if I'm being honest, I'm not the one who stopped the slate. There are 10 of you here. If you have other options, I'm all ears. Also, we've been unable to get any kind of communication to the Peacekeep, so...
I've spoken with the Peacekeep. They said they won't help us until we have proof. It's too risky for them, and they...
Proof of what? What proof do they need?
They need proof that Voss is behind it.
And more importantly, they need proof that Voss has perhaps outside influence. Extra Terran influence.
What do you mean by that?
Well, do you really think that someone like that can just take control of your planet? I mean, I understand that humans
We have a long
are...
history of giving control to the wrong people, but they've got some weapons they shouldn't have.
That's true. Viz, I saw something I had never seen in a long time. Those people, they don't have weapons like that.
You're talking about Victor.
His gun arm was better than my gun arm, and my gun arm was built by a tall Klee.
And the gangsters that we took care of, they're part of the rebellion down on Avalon. They had technology I ain't never seen in a long time.
Is this the same player that manipulated the brightest eye in the Frere?
What is that? Why is it talking?
I asked the same thing. Still haven't gotten an answer.
Noble, this is Mirza Dolcet. They're... They... Yeah, this is complicated.
I bring sweet relief to the Hunter's Visionary Destroyer, and I serve as medic to Captain Luveni Jalmur of the Screaming Valor. I do not know what you are, and yet I ask fewer rude and unnecessary questions.
I'm sorry, I didn't think it was rude. Hi. Okay.
She saved my life.
They...
They...
Well,
Anyone who
That's
keeps
all
my
I need
people
to
safe
know.
is fine by me.
if you're
This is your
if
ambassador.
you're taking care of everybody, then I'm good with that.
This is my brother.
Want to meet the people?
Do you have any? Did you acquire any data, any material that we could analyze of this Victor Rample character?
Noble Defender has his concordance recording.
And are there any computers?
Yes.
I think. All right, Tom.
Wait, your concordance records things?
That's correct.
When he selects it to.
Well,
What did you hear Victor say? I could have used one of those in the Nexus.
if I remember everything, but yeah, let me hold on.
And
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. Everything, really. But I got an idea. Tom, I think you have press, right? We are the family as influence in the press, right?
Well, we did until they started to turn them against us. Right now, we're being smeared in the press. Most likely, anything that we do, the press would use to create more scandal, more views for themselves. Our ability to spread truth is limited.
Tom, you're telling me you don't have friends?
I'm telling you that my friends are currently operating out of their own self-interest, not mine.
Is press anything like propaganda?
Right now, they're one and the same.
Oh,
He's
Well.
very good at propaganda.
I've got an idea. And you might not like it, but good idea. You gave it to me. And I'm gonna just say it in front of everybody, thank you.
you're welcome. Great. Already useful.
You saved, you helped save everybody in the Brass Eye and anything I call home, so thank you very much. I didn't get a chance to tell you that in person. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I think you talk too much, but I do miss it sometimes.
Yeah, feelings mutual, but continue.
Remember when you and I were connected by the brain? I saw everything that you saw and it was all connected, correct?
Yeah.
Lucy, you saw everything that this man did to you and what he said, correct? Nadar, could you connect us?
Record her memories into your.
Connect both of us, and therefore there is a live image of what she saw. Take it from my concordance and put it into a video file. Something, or whatever they call. And therefore we have hard evidence from her memory.
Who was it that you spoke to? Was it this Voss character?
Voss, Sebastian, and Rample. Not likely to forget any of them.
Now, if her memories are clear, and you're the science whiz here, I don't know all this, but in theory, could we not extract her memories and then play them back?
I wouldn't put anything past Nidar, considering the human brain-to-brain connection and the connectivity you already have between your neurosynthetic implants, between that and the concordance, it seems theoretically possible. The bigger question I would propose to everybody is, if no one believes, disinformation is something I know a little something about. The great thing about telling people the truth is that the truth is entirely malleable. And the truth is, every fact can be faked. So if we did create a video, admittedly a true video, how would we possibly convince the world at large that it wasn't some kind of fabrication?
We release it before the attack happens.
We can't let that attack happen.
Exactly.
Which is exactly what I'm working on. The best I can do, we can have agents throughout the gravity ball game. I can have them in every exit, every entrance. I can be making sure that if any attack is done from within the facility, those bombs are stopped before they enter.
He didn't give specifics on the logistics of the attack, I assume, because that would be incredibly stupid.
No, he did. No, I wasn't.
No,
But
that's as much as he can.
If we got the video out before the attack, and then the attack happened,
Right.
then he would be caught red-handed.
We are not
letting that happen.
But in
Right, because innocent people are dying and then it's a mass casualty. Right, I'm new to this. Completely correct. Right.
Are there computers? Is there a network that I can plug into that I can maybe find out some information?
Yeah, as I said, there are computers.
All right.
What is it that you're looking for?
Whatever. What do you guys want me to find? What do you guys?
We don't quite know
proof
yet.
that
Yeah,
you-
we don't quite know yet. And
I
that's
just started
gonna
looking up stuff about Voss. I just started looking like underground stuff. Like I use my criminal knowledge. I'm looking up all of the whatever I know about this sector.
Sounds good, Rick. Hit me with a computer hacking check for 25, please.
Cool.
You were told about the attack? You know in detail where and when and how?
I don't know how. I know where and when. He was bragging.
Well, if we record your memories, release them to the public, even if they don't believe it, it might deter at least some of them not to attend the event.
Why is the event not cancelled?
Why don't we just let it happen?
Why not take control of that and cancel it?
9.
Why not blow it up before anyone gets there? I don't think that would do a whole lot to dissuade people that were terrorists. But you would be proven to be
What if
incredibly
we-
ineffectual terrorists.
What if we're not terrorists? What if we're an invading fleet?
This need to happen.
They would certainly cancel a sport ball game if a Brightest Eye ship appeared on their horizon.
Didn't Vivian Rample warn about that though? If
That
they know about the Vrare attack,
Good. Then they should be extra terrified.
but that could lead to war
Against one
Brightest
ship?
against the brightest.
War against the Brightest Eye from your little Terran planet.
But
Our
with
little
the
Terran
peace-
planet has technology that you've never seen. Whoever it is that's infesting our people, this is what they can do. And he puts up the eye recording of Victor Rample, since you guys have already exported that and shared that. Right. That you guys shared back at the old Rample facility. Puts it up on a screen. And you watch as this normal Terran man's hand becomes a gun the size of a tank and then blows away a farmhouse in a single blast.
Well, that's new.
okay, though that's kind of like
I tried to shoot him and he caught it.
He caught it?
I was trying to use non-lethal force and I will never do that again, probably.
Good idea.
That was my house.
Lucy, just for my own edification, how many people do you think would die if we let the attack happen?
He said this last time. It was something in the 100,000 range.
Yeah. I mean, there'll be 100,000 people there.
Oh, that's a lot of people. Jesus.
How many people are on Terra?
A few billion. Why?
Don't even think about it. That's fucked up.
Sacrifice.
I like look up from my computer. I'm like, nah, it's not gonna fly with them, dude. Trust me.
It just goes back.
Yeah.
Noted.
As you do this, what did you roll on that?
9.
Okay, so that's a full success. You get all public knowledge on Voss. You find a whole series of things. Guy's been first minister for a little while now, a couple of years. Well respected enough within his party and within the larger organization. Tends to believe in the same sort of things that the Terran Republic tends to believe in, which is a lot of science, and they're very like agnostic or atheist is kind of a trendy aspect of them. They tend to be very sort of science-minded. The closest thing they get to a godhead is the Paka, who they look at in a sort of reverent way as a ideal to be strived for. So he's made his bones sort of giving these big public pro-Paka speeches, and now here with the Paka gone, he is striving to maintain some kind of relevancy. You saw about a year and a half ago, it looks like, he commissioned the facility that is now built outside of the city. He has paid extra attention to it. You actually find a whole bunch of like more classified records that indicate that he's visited this facility many times over the course of its building, and that in recent months, especially since the Paka disappeared, he has made at least one trip a week to this facility and spent a couple of hours there each time.
Where is it?
This is the facility outside of Journeyman's Rest where the Avalon is currently being held.
Oh, okay, cool. I just popped that up on the screen and I just show that to everyone. Guys, we have to go there.
Where are the Gravity Ball Championships? In Journeyman's
Those
Rest?
are right in the middle of Journeyman's Rest.
I gotta be honest, I think Rake's on to something here. If we release video, they won't believe it. if we get video of Lucy saying it wasn't her, they'll still bomb that stadium and not believe you. They'll pin anything that happens on you, regardless of what you say, and any evidence we prove to them, they'll just claim it's faked.
So I got a great idea. Why don't we split up? Why don't one of us go in to do some kind of covert shit and sneak into this one place while the other people guarantee that they find the bombs and make sure that no one gets blown up?
Not a bad idea.
Tom Rample, do your people need more assistance in preventing this attack?
Any assistance could be helpful. We're only people. Frankly, from what I've seen from you, just having you on site might be enough to, ferret out bombs that otherwise we would not be able to see. You or maybe Nidar. Your sense of things may well be the difference between life and death.
And the crew of the Avalon, if they're still on board the ship, once they're free, they can fight alongside whoever is there.
I'd hope.
Is your crew captive aboard the Avalon?
Yes.
All of them?
3 targets. Avalon, Stadium, and Voss.
But Voss is basically at the Avalon.
Voss is at the Avalon, which is at the base.
facility, yes.
What we need is Voss. Just so it's clear, words from his mouth. That's the only confession that gets believed.
Well,
I think we can arrange that.
we don't need a particularly covert action to get Voss in front of us. All you need is a visit from the Queen of the Brightest Eye and her entourage. Meeting with the First Minister shouldn't be all that hard.
Although they suspect your ambassador to be part of the current turmoil.
Well,
oh yeah.
All the
they
more
don't know
reason
he's
to
my
meet.
ambassador, do they?
No.
He may have had a
All
conversation with the press.
All they know right now, they know that there's a new Rample in town, and that he may have spent some time in the Brightest Eye.
And he never got the chance.
This
to
might
introduce
actually be onto something here. If you arrive, declare your intention to meet with Voss, let him call the time and place. As long as it's within the next 12 hours, maybe we can get you in front of him. He'll be prepared for you, but it might be the easiest way between 2 points. You'll have to disavow your brother publicly.
Happy to.
It's happened before.
Means to an end.
In the meantime, some of you will be tasked with my operatives to the stadium to make sure that this doesn't go badly. Correct?
Kayla Torvis, you had scanning abilities, did you not?
Yeah.
That could come in handy.
Jack, have I ever noticed that Victor Rample's arm is kind of like hers? Is there any kind of similarity between that?
No, not on a design-based level, as you just rightly pointed out. Yes, you can make the logical assumption that yes, gun arms are like gun arms.
Okay.
But the technology at play is actually very different.
Okay, cool. Never mind then.
One is built of nanotech. One is like a solid state thing.
Thank you. Okay.
Nidar, if my memories will be any help,
Well, I mean, we could give that a shot, but the idea that maybe they wouldn't believe it because it could have been an altered recording, I'm not sure.
Well,
I feel like the best mode would be to get him to speak live, on camera. And if I could get to him, maybe I can compel him to tell the truth or put words in his mouth if we have to.
do they know what you can do? We might need to keep you away.
We can always hide him under a table.
Yeah.
Oh my god, if we sneak
Wear him as a
into
hat?
If we
You could put
sneak
me
into
in
a
a
dinner,
bag.
that's what I want to happen.
And at the same time, it might behoove you to record anyway, even if it won't solve a solution. After all, it's nice to have a
It's a good backup.
It's nice to have a last will and testament.
Let's give it a shot so we have it as an option.
And the Queen
have
of the
to learn
Brightest Eye
something.
shouldn't be seen without a proper Brightest Eye entourage. I'll need my tongue for representation. I'll need my mind to be my right hand.
I'm not putting the jumpsuit on again. Harumph.
But it looks so good on you.
This is not a discussion. You may not be my vassal anymore, but you're a member of the Brightest Eye.
I will dress accordingly.
And just to be clear, do you need me here, or do you want me to sneak in and do something awesome like that?
Oh, actually, that's an interesting idea.
Tell me where to sneak and what to break into. That's what I want to do.
Do you want to help us locate?
I think Mirza and I can probably do that.
My queen.
My face won't be welcome anywhere. But if I go to that stadium, I'm the one they said
we
was
should
going to
roll
blow
for
it up.
that.
I was on the video, as was Nidar.
If I'm being honest,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's legit. Well,
Yeah.
if
and
we
I
have any
also
chance
need to
of getting the Avalon
after
crew to
that,
fight,
how that goes.
Yeah.
it's going to be by having you on
That's
side.
going to be a social.
Every
There's no one
person
they
on that
respect
ship
more
chose
than
to
you.
follow me when there was no other reason to do so. If there's, we have to get him back.
Agreed.
Is it wise to bring the mind if we're worried about people not believing through manipulation or trickery?
Well, just
She
don't show
makes a
Nidar
good
on the
point.
camera. The galaxy doesn't know much about what a mind can or cannot do. They haven't seen
This is
the
true.
brightest eye species for 700 years.
Oh, cool.
For all they know, it's a floating brain in a jar that I keep as a
Pet.
paperweight.
They've seen Nidar and I on video.
But
Paperweight.
yeah,
We were recorded infiltrating the base to rescue Lucy Bard.
So a giant brain in a jar floated along next to you.
a delicious
Also,
snack
maybe
for
not all
involved.
floating jar brains are the same.
Yeah, don't be assume.
So
They don't know what he
we're kind of talking in
Yeah.
But
a little bit of circles now. Let's
Right.
get down to
I think-
brass tacks. Who's going where? So Mirza.
well, you're definitely. Oh fuck! All right, we got to do a roll.
Yeah.
Okay. For what?
I asked her where she wants me.
And I honestly cannot answer that without some kind of mechanic.
Okay.
I want Mirza with me, but it is a reasonable thing to have Mirza go with Rake, and I am incredibly torn about that.
Got it.
Is there like a symbiosis roll or something there?
Yeah. I can
We gotta roll.
I can put together. Basically, you know what this is, bro? It's an empathy check.
Fuck nuts.
Well,
So
since you
that's-
inherit.
In hilarity, yeah. What's your
So
bonus?
that
Yeah,
is.
you're
Hey, negative.
higher than you otherwise would be. 'Cause I have an empathy 3.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh yeah, we need evidence.
Yeah, I'm a doctor.
I want to get evidence.
So my actual
Voss.
empathy
Yeah.
is not that low.
You guys can get him to
No,
say or
it's like
whatever,
a-
but you guys need evidence.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah.
15?
Yeah.
Sitting here trying to think of what the other
Hilarious.
thing
My
was.
empathy
Thank
rolled
you.
that high.
Yeah, no.
Well, you're
But I
bummed
thought
now.
we said that.
Sort.
No, we
But
can.
we have proof.
Well, no, we have.
The arm.
4.
That's just video. We don't have
want
the
me to-
arm.
Okay, so you
Something. In
you
that.
do have an aching to keep Mirza with you, but that your duty overrides your empathetic
Or-
nature.
Strange technology. So there's probably, if there's proof, it's going to be in that building.
Physical proof?
Mirza,
I would say.
We're looking for a culprit. We're looking for a culprit of an alien that is giving
I need you to go with Rake.
civilizing human tech.
The brightest eye haven't been seen with any sweet relief before, so they'll have plenty of questions, and it won't make a lot of sense. And he's not wrong.
Maybe.
You'll be of use. More to him than you will to me. I'm just talking to a stupid man. I don't. I don't need you there. But Rake does. If you can understand that, it would mean the world.
Please. I don't want to be alone again.
I'll see you when it's over. Give you something to look forward to.
Okay, so Mirza's going with. We have a Rake squad right now. It looks like we have a Viz squad, and then I want to figure out how the other squads are functioning here. So just to let me. Okay, so Mirza's on the Rake squad. Viz, you're on the Viz squad. Viz squad is going to meet with
With Voss.
Voss.
Yep.
Official envoy from
Yeah.
the brightest eye.
Who's in that squad? Let me just get that squad first.
I think good idea and Nidar ideally.
Okay, got it. Rake and Merza have been tasked to do something sneaky. What's the sneaky plan there?
I want to find like proof of this whole alien stuff that's going on.
So
that they
you
wanna
want to
prove.
so you want to go into the facility?
Yes, I want to go in the facility and I want to possibly wreak a lot of havoc in all of their stuff.
Yeah, got
and
it.
also get evidence.
Got it.
Essentially.
So that's Rake and Merza. Who else?
Who's coming with me?
Sneaky people. Anyone got stealth?
I am good at stealth, but I do not know if I would be better served at the.
At the stadium.
But I don't
Especially
know.
if Nidar's going to the meeting.
But then
you're needing at the
I
stadium.
am separate from everyone.
Well,
we'll probably be with Kayla.
Well, that's the question: is where Caleb
Right.
falls into all this. Ultimately, she's the only person none of you have ever seen before. So none of you have acknowledged her or dropped any of that in.
Terrans all look the same.
Wait, there's
I assume she's like another human.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that you were like with.
Yeah, totally. There is a
Wait,
Terran.
okay, Rick
yeah.
points that out. Wait, I thought
there's
this person was
another
just like
Terran.
another random person. Wait, who is this? You've been standing around pretty quiet.
Kayla Torvis, this is the crew of the Screaming Valor.
She's
got that.
She's on your crew?
Yeah, she's pretty damn good.
Whoa.
is she
By
related?
means of being on the same shuttle, yes.
Is she related to the other robot exploding man? I can see that she's festooned with cybernetic elements.
No, I am.
Yeah. Related to the robot man, not her.
Yeah.
Oh,
He is a Rample.
he's a.
Robot man.
And he's a Rample. And he's a Rample.
She's not a rample.
Hell is a
Everybody's a
I
ramble.
just started checking my Syrian translator again.
You're like, what's a rample? I don't know.
Hey, Viz, this is
Anything
mine.
that any of them are saying? Like, I don't understand how translation works here.
You assume translation.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Very nice.
I don't
So
know what it
who's
is.
stopping the
Well, it's nice to meet
explosion?
you.
I think it's likewise.
I will go with to find the bomb.
Okay.
I may be able to help locate a bomb, but you may be better at disarming because I don't know how to do that.
Kayla, can you keep them safe?
She can do it.
I'm sorry, I'm confused.
No problem.
We're
So right now,
one
there
of
are-
two places, right?
Right
There's
now-
only two places.
No,
There's three places.
right now there are
yeah.
3 parties that people are talking about splitting into.
Okay.
One goes to talk to Voss. Second one goes to the Avalon to try to free that crew and insurrect on the ship.
I
to
thought
get the
Voss
ship
was on
back.
the Avalon.
He's
He
by
is,
it,
but now they've
essentially.
decided not to intercept him there, but instead to go in a completely different direction. This is Max's concept. Basically, has like thrown the whole game for a loop. So now
I mean, I can meet him on the Avalon. if he wants to.
No, you can't. You came up with a better idea. So
Yeah,
now
whatever he wants to do.
We're letting him pick the distasteful
Exactly.
location.
Yeah.
might be.
So it's not at the
Might
Avalon.
not.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
that's not what I'm saying.
Might be
All I'm
better.
saying is they're going to let him pick that spot.
Got it.
As a result, that squad's dealing with that. Anybody who wants to go directly to the Avalon and deal with that can deal with that. Otherwise, you guys can just leave the Avalon alone. That's up to you. Like,
Good.
the way that I've been tracking it, at least, is there are 3 spots. One is the boss meeting.
Yeah.
One is the Avalon.
And then we're going to.
One is the facility.
Yes.
Or I guess there are 4. And one is the
The
and
stadium.
one is the bombing.
Oh whoa.
You guys have the option to
The
ignore the
Avalon
bombing.
is in the facility,
What was
isn't it?
that?
The Avalon is at the facility.
The Avalon is at the facility, but it's a starship above a facility. So
Yeah,
there's
we're
the
going
facility
into the
and then
facility.
there's the starship.
Could you? We're spreading things.
But reasonably, you could take the crew that's going into the facility and the crew that's going into the Avalon, combine them, and have a stronger party.
Oh okay.
Yeah, we're not splitting down to 2. That's
Yeah.
death in pieces.
I like smaller numbers because no one will find us. I don't have to wait on anyone else being clumsy and holding you back. Or
Yeah, but I'm
us.
already not stealthy. If a pin drop, nah.
Well, if
I
split the party.
don't know if I would be better
Don't split the
served at the
party.
arena because they have seen my face on the video, or if I would be better served aboard the Avalon because I know the ship very well, and I am rather stealthy, or can be, and I know the crew there.
well, you don't need a pilot because Rape's there, so I'm not served there. Viz, can I talk to you for a sec?
Mm-hmm.
You can't disavow me. Come on. No, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being not by your side. I'm tired of not doing anything worthwhile for the brightest eye. Come on. You sent me here. We should walk in together. Brothers. Let's just Yeah, sorry, I'm still having trouble with that.
It's all right, siblings.
Sorry.
Noble, you brought us peace with the peacekeeper. If you think you haven't done anything as an ambassador, you're wrong. But right now, I'm going to have to lie through my teeth in order to get a lunatic on my side. If I bring you into that room, the only thing I'm doing is offering you up to him.
But
And
technically,
I don't want you dead.
But I'm protected. I'm brightest eye.
Yes, you are. And what if he says, no peace with the brightest eye unless you give me noble defender? What do I do then? I sacrifice you is what I do.
Well, he's gonna have to kill me first. That's gonna take a little bit.
Well, that's up to you. But I'd rather not put you there.
I don't know anymore. I don't know. Just tell me what to do like the old days, because to be honest.
Let's see, just Noble, go with Rake. Go with Mirza. If for no other reason than you get to meet my sweet relief. See who I've become. But blow that facility to high hell. Take back the Avalon. Free its crew and cripple everything that these Terran motherfuckers have.
With pleasure.
Good.
Okay, so
Captain,
I didn't hear most of that.
Captain, I would rather be protecting you and your new home.
You are protecting my home if you can save the people at that stadium.
You might have to roll command, maybe.
Jack? Can I perception check or otherwise? I heard a pain noise earlier. I don't know Terran pain noises that well.
Absolutely. No, great idea. Totally. Please do.
We're going with Lucy.
All right, cool.
It's like a happy
Roll medical diagnostic
All right.
for 29.
Nope.
The building and the ship are going together.
I think that should be 24. I'm not spiking.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Kayla, what you thinking?
Honest power gaming.
Just saying it makes very little logistical sense to split into 4 parties.
I think we're doing three.
We're doing 3 now? Is that okay?
The Avalon and the facility will combine?
Yeah, we're
Lay it out.
3. Yeah, tell us. Lay down the law.
Right, only person I'm
All right. So far, from all this squabbling, we have Visionary Destroyer going to speak to Voss with
And you think you can get him to admit what he's done?
Nidar and Good Idea as his entourage. We have Rake and Mirza and Noble Defender and I suppose Lucy going to wreak as much havoc on that building and get as much evidence as possible.
And take back the
And
Avalon.
take back the Avalon. And Taka and Kayla, was it?
Yeah.
I'm Lulu.
My sister. She has hair. I got it burnt off.
Okay.
Grow back!
We go and stop the bomb, just in case we all fail.
I wish I could go with you. But we got a crew to save.
Yeah, we do.
I'm uncomfortable leaving you.
As am I.
100,000 people.
I didn't promise them. I did promise your mother and your grandmother. And you're still wounded.
And I don't know how well my abilities will be
12.
served on Terra. They haven't been working as well as other places. There's a lot of noise.
I'm not sending you to listen. I'm sending you to stop some bad shit from going down.
But that's the only way I know to find the bad shit.
I think the 3 of you can do it. There's no one I would trust more. You guys wrecked shop pretty well getting me back.
Okay. Now that everybody's hesitating, we're gonna make this mechanical.
Yeah.
This is a command check.
Okay.
For both of you, it is a resolve check. So the way that's gonna work, let me just make sure I have your deals here. And then we're gonna resolve that Mirza check, I promise.
I probably will.
This is your resolve, your...
Taka, can't you listen to humans or listen to beings?
Yes, but my abilities have not been working too well on Terra for much of our visit.
That was my island. It might not be so bad in the city.
Unknown.
14
Limb
resolve
physiology
check,
is
Caleb.
above me. I do not understand it.
Taka
I think it's an 8.
is an 8, yes. And then Barbara.
What I know they have
How that command check.
extra eyes.
My command check is a.
Sorry, your command check is...
Badass.
25 or something.
Normally it's a 23. Let's drop expression out of that and replace it with persuasion. So it's 4 either way. 23.
Okay.
And then, yeah, we'll see what these.
Boom, 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 boom.
And then I have a question for you.
We also
Cool.
have a clearly
yeah.
wounded
Yeah,
human.
I was
Let's
like,
just start out by rolling 2.
I already heard the word wounded, and I had a 12 on my check to see.
Okay, you're
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Way out.
Yeah.
It's coming.
How you doing?
9.
Trust.
Sure, that won't be terrifying.
Spikes.
Hot shit.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
This is gonna
2!
that won't be horrific for a human.
Dice roller. That's the way to go. This dice roll.
6, 7, 8.
Yeah, sorry. Both of my devices died in traditional Jackson Landing fashion. What's up?
I got an 8.
Cool. So you overwhelm Taka's check, and Taka is definitely going to task to the stadium despite all of her reservations. However, Kayla rolled a 9 on her resolve check, meaning that she wants to stay by your side, and if she wants to, she is tasked to that party.
Hot diggity damn.
So
What do you say?
yeah, we'll play that out.
Somebody else should then go to the bomb.
Well, hang on.
If,
I'll see.
Who is this Leuven? Why should I follow her command?
She's my best friend. She was my first officer. She's the being I trust most in this galaxy. And she could really use your help.
Kayla, I know you don't know me at all, but I can say from experience I know how hard it is to leave Captain Lucy Bard's side. But I also know from experience that she sure as hell knows how to take care of herself. If you would please come with me, I would very much appreciate your help. And if you're worried about her being wounded, don't worry, I have something for that. Mirza, if you would please.
Pulls these horrific spikes out.
It's
Everyone gasps.
They won't.
No. Hold still, Lucy. Trust me. Just close your eyes.
What?
Everyone, don't be alarmed.
Everyone close your eyes.
It's gonna feel better in just a second.
We've
I'm
got some
fine.
spikes. It's gonna be great.
What?
What?
We got some spikes.
It's
It's
okay,
gonna be
just-
fine. Don't worry about it.
This is gonna be alarming. But I swear.
So Mirza, you step forward.
It looks worse than it is. It hurts. It doesn't.
Yeah. I'm pretty nervous about it now because everybody's looking.
I'm sorry.
That's
Everyone, this is Mirza Dochet.
Merta? It's nice to meet you.
They have a very wonderful talent for healing.
I'm fine.
Stop it.
She's not fine.
No, I know.
She's lying. Yeah.
Again, Mirza saved my life, so definitely trust that they know what they're doing.
All right, how'd you save his life?
Whew. Get ready.
It's complicated.
with the medicine that I studied for 8 years in the Golden Tall grass.
Well, that's good enough for me.
Who, what?
I don't know what that is.
No idea.
So they step right up to you. Like they clearly have intention to help you.
That's
And I sort of position relative to you so that it kind of body blocks most of what people are trying to look at because I'm really uncomfortable being watched.
Are you okay with this?
Lulu says so.
A pheromone calm. Just
Ayla steps out of the way, allowing you to get to Bard. Rake, how you do?
for 4.
Pheromone ain't helping anybody.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a little smiley for a second.
Three,
Mirza steps
never mind.
up.
Good call.
You want to you deploy the spike?
So yeah,
My name's Lucy.
I'm Mirza Dolcet.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I wish it were under better circumstances, but
I'll
let's
say
hope
the
you to
same.
feel better. Yes. First, I'm sorry, I've never seen your kind. I need to understand your physiology.
Terran, not very sturdy, but
Okay. Lean forward. And usually I'm pretty athletic about it. I'm going to, she probably can't hear, good idea, can sing into her ear and just as gently as I can, try to get a diagnostic from her.
Beautiful.
What does that mean exactly?
Basically,
This?
there's a spike
looks
that's
scary.
being inserted into the back of your neck.
Yeah.
Thicker needle.
And we're all like,
Whoa,
It's only painful for like a fraction of a second, and then it releases its own anesthetic that totally anesthetizes the area.
Are you okay, Captain?
Roll for medical. You already rolled for medical diagnostic essentially because you rolled without the spike.
Okay.
I'm gonna say comfortably.
Cool.
You get Terran physiology.
Cool. All right, so I can
For getting this.
start running this
can't
puppy.
feel.
All right. So then that's a pharmacology heal, I assume? All
Yep.
right.
Pharmacology check.
Leuven,
Yes.
you mistake my intention. My loyalty is not to Lucy, it's to her mother. But
You spent a lot of student breaks at my mom's house. Side note.
considering that both her mother and grandmother are still on Terra, on top of the fact that Lucy herself wishes me to join you, I will join you.
I feel better for you coming if that helps at all.
Honestly, at this point, going back to something familiar sounds good right now.
Too many aliens. I want a shot of all the vast aliens all arguing with each other, and Kalen Torv is sitting in the back.
Like the worst.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
I'm sitting here listening to a 12-foot giant bug talk to me. So
Yeah.
She's
Hi
like
there.
22 feet
Welcome
at
to
this
the
point.
last 4 years of my life.
So how'd we do?
All right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, and a bedside manner.
wow.
You are fully healed.
Wow.
Whoa.
You're also like 5 years
The
younger.
damage from the wound
Perfect health.
actually finds itself. Your wound starts to self heal Wolverine style. Like
got a facial.
all around where there still was like bandages and like the blood, you can take off the bandage to reveal that the wound itself is actually like self healing. The pain is gone and your threshold is back to 0.
I want to perception listen, Mirza, because I'm just like, what the shit is
There's
going
a
on?
glow to her skin.
Yeah.
Vibrant.
So
Takes the cucumbers off.
hair
her
grows 3 inches.
with that in mind,
Thank you.
How are we getting there?
Tom kind of checks in.
Good question. We'll figure it out.
As beautiful as all this is, and whatever that was, and I'm glad you're feeling better, but
It's really weird, Tom.
we have to get. You're telling me, Carl?
It's not. I don't know. Just. Hey, keep going.
Right. So,
Noble?
he was going for his human name.
Yeah, you're
He can't remember his human name.
His name is Noble.
Oh,
You stupid meat sack.
sorry.
Thank you,
It's a ramble thing.
Aaron
Look.
Rample.
Thank you.
It.
Guys, I couldn't
Tom,
care
what's
less.
the deal?
Go ahead.
Go on.
Let's
3 teams. The first thing we do, we send a message to Voss through your official channels. The Brightest Eye wants to meet with him. They're going to disavow the the brightest eye agent on the planet and are interested in meeting for a peace. Yes?
Correct.
Excellent. We will do this under the cover that the Peacekeep has no idea this is happening. They can look at it as a potential ally against the Peacekeep. Yeah. Meanwhile, Leuven, Taka, Kayla Torvis, the three of you will go into the Gravity Ball Championships. I'll make sure that the three of you have tickets, and we'll have to do something about your look, disguise you as a human for the time being. This is going to be a complicated. It would be a complicated medical procedure. So, yeah, I mean both of you.
Yeah.
So let's stick with some manner of technology. I'll work on getting you a body scale cloak. We send both of you in under human disguise. Kayla takes the lead. She knows more about this planet than either of you ever will. So, Kayla, that's your up. Then, and they go there, locate the bombers, dispose of them, and if at all possible, keep one or two alive. We want to be able to trace them back to Voss, if at all possible. Their testimony and Voss's testimony may be exactly what we need to fundamentally prove that our side of the story is true. Lastly, Captain Bard, you will lead a team. Rake, Noble, and Mirza Dolcet. The four of you, we will get as close to the facility as possible. Once inside, you will need to make your way through the facility and to the Avalon. Once at the Avalon, hopefully we can get the Avalon crew out of their captivity and we can get that ship away from them before they do more damage. If while you're there you can find any evidence of what the Peacekeep believes to be true, that there are aliens among us.
There are many.
I know, I go like this.
Present company accepted.
There you go.
All the better. I'll coordinate from here. Make sure that all three teams are in proper coordination. You'll each have earpieces that will allow you communication with the others, so as to properly maintain our operation. Anything you need before we set out?
Armor and guns would probably be nice.
Uh-huh.
I'll second that, or third it.
What do you mean? We have our guns, don't we?
Well,
oh, do they have better guns? You have good, better guns?
Let me show you something. And he walks you down a hallway.
Noisy cricket.
At the end of this hallway, there's a small door. He puts his hand to the door, and it scans his hand, and it says, Rample acknowledged, and it opens up the doors. And beyond the doors are a massive array of military weapons. Basically like an armory. All older Earth weapons. Not a lot of like new technologies, but there's a great deal of like bladed weapons, of projectile weapons, guns, cannons, rocket launchers, things like that.
Here.
We've had this facility since after the war. This became a bit of a no man's land, this moon.
This is like a cave. Is there any armor in there?
Yeah, armor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Is there anything better than what we have guns-wise or armor-wise?
Well, it depends on what better means. So if you're looking for a higher damage ratio, yes, there are some stuff that does like more direct sort of projectile damage, but the targeting isn't necessarily as good. There are also like larger scale like artillery weapons, which yes, from a damage and perspective are better, but they're also much bigger. They're less precision. So like you blow one of those up in a room, you could risk hurting yourself.
Sure.
Hey, relative, these are real, right?
Oh yeah, these are very real.
I've seen all these. I never thought I'd actually get to see them. This is cool.
Hold on a
Is that a
second.
word? Cool.
Mount a tank.
He walks to the back of the room. He takes you into the room.
Okay.
Listen.
The whole top of it, you can like see.
When you and I were back on Earth, the day we met, you remember?
Oh yeah, I'd never seen anybody else that had a thing like me.
What I remember was the bomb. And the city afterwards.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you said to me that day?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
And he reaches to the wall, and there's like a dark glass case. He opens the dark glass case. Inside is a ceremonial saber, old, with red and purple, like velvet lining along the scabbard. Pulls it out. The leader of our people, our queen, they called her Prince Sojourner. Your bloodline goes back to her. Her name was Charlotte. This was her blade.
Wow.
Tom, really?
It's his by right. It's a family tradition. Also, he saved me a couple of times with a sword. I want him to have the best one he can.
It really fits.
Maybe in time, he can live up to her example, which, well, you know better than anyone. But suffice it for now to say, hail to the king.
Hail to the king.
I'm going to give you Charlotte Rample's saber, which I have the.
Wow.
We're literally just going to pop that from her character sheet from Tales from Vast.
All right.
It's like when you get a legendary weapon in D&D.
Yeah, that's amazing. I know that's
Like,
Yep, I'm gonna. I actually, your weapons. You have too many weapons at this point. So,
give me one.
I have just enough.
From an encumbrance perspective, it's kind of getting absurd. But
Share it
that's
with your
okay.
brain.
That's okay.
Floating
We'll just
thing next to
add
you.
a couple of rows, I guess.
Jack, I've
Sad
got
that I have to walk into a
targeting
diplomatic
4 damage
conversation. It would be
That's correct. I'm
All
gonna
the guns,
change
please.
that a little bit. Because it's been that was what it was during
Not gonna be
like
doing any
her
of this talk.
youth, but it's been since like reforged and shined up and stuff
all
like
going
that.
through.
So now it does a targeting of 7, and it does a damage of 10.
Wow.
Dude,
Wow.
Real nice sword for someone
Thank
who can
you.
wield it.
that does more damage than the same damage as my tank blowing up arm.
Yes, but he has to be in engaged range.
Okay.
Your tank blowing up arm can be done from down the street. He needs to be like right up in it, which like puts him up against a damage modifier.
Actually-
it's actually relatively similar to how lightsabers function in the Fantasy Flight game, where like it's incredibly high damage, but it also means that whatever he's fighting has incredibly high damage. That targeting number is as long as the weapon has structural integrity. It's like a whole thing. We'll deal with it when he plays with it.
Actually, I'm going to ask my arm. Is there anything that we should take along? We are going to save 100,000 people from being killed by a terrorist attack.
Oh, that sounds like an excellent thing to do. Unfortunately, everything in this vault is incredibly primitive and makes me very embarrassed.
then I will stick with you.
Excellent.
And we will save all of the people.
Embarrassed for other
Yes, you will have a much better opportunity using me than using a slingshot.
I'll see all you guys. Just heard me talking to my arm.
When did that happen?
On a
you know what?
scale of 1 to
Yeah, that's not even.
Nothing fancy anymore.
No, that's
No, yeah, it
cool.
doesn't-
Never
doesn't
stop.
phase us.
How do you feel about this?
Leuven.
Worth a try.
It's not that weird to talk to.
All right, so I'm going down. Everybody gets like a couple of wishes, and we'll see what we can
have an
do to
arm.
accommodate you. So,
Oh, cool.
do you want anything, Marissa?
I need armor. I have no armor.
Hey! So your size makes it a little complicated that there would be armor just sitting around.
Yeah, I think I would need
child
Yeah, or
Yeah.
like
Do you want to build it?
Yeah.
pants as a hat.
I
pants as arms.
have had ideas.
So cool. Roll your 23
I
for
just think they
fielding.
could like ride around in a helmet.
In the meantime, Viz, you need anything?
Well, I mean, I'm going into like a diplomatic talk.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking want so much stuff. I would just be like, all your bazookas and tanks, please. Like, I want to like mount a tank cannon on my back and walk in like
There's no tank cannon.
APC. Like,
You're gonna hate being queen. It's gonna be weird if a brightest eye comes in with Terran weapons.
They don't know.
so-
They have well.
yeah, I honestly
Terran weapons.
probably not.
All right, nothing for Viz.
Is there any armor better than the broken peacekeep armor that I have?
Yeah. So you are gonna need to be in street clothing because you're heading into a like.
Civilian.
But I thought I'm getting. Does it matter what's
Actually,
underneath?
Good point.
Yeah.
Guys, do you know what this is?
What?
If I had any way of playing music right now.
We're getting swagged.
All right, so you want.
Yeah. You're
By the
trying
way,
out all the belts. All the belts.
I'm just gonna say it now. It's almost 10 o'clock. We're not even into the you actually doing the mission stuff.
Yep. We haven't even taken a break yet.
Can everybody just can we reconvene next week? Is anybody totally?
I thought we were doing a two-parter.
I also always assume
Yeah.
Unification Day is two.
Yeah, I'm the
Two or
only
three.
person who thought I could do this in one. So that's
Sorry,
cool.
bro.
Great. Awesome.
I thought you at all.
Answer. You were right.
Wow.
All right. Awesome.
You thought all of us would come up with the plan quicker than what we did?
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Probably.
I was very optimistic about how
like 4
I'm
hours.
proud it
time
took
passed.
us
You know that
that
trip I took to
little.
Vegas last week?
Yeah.
All money on this.
I know. I'm the dumbest. Okay. So great. Then that frees me up. How we do?
We did 11.
Whoosh. You're fine. That's a fantasy success. You can absolutely get some armor. So from old, this is cool. Actually. Oh, do you have an idea?
Yeah.
Go.
I wanted to strip out some magnetized armor and build to my limbs basically a repulsion grid.
Oh.
Because I couldn't wear anything that had sleeves because that would interfere with my patagium.
Right.
Fun fact, kids, the flying squirrel material, where animals aren't capable of sustained flight, is a patagium.
Yay!
Dun, dun.
It's not a
Hashtag vast vocabulary.
Yeah. Vocabulary. All right. So great. Then we're gonna definitely. That's awesome. Okay. So just to be clear, essentially the idea is, you want to build something that you're looking
Electromagnetic
for
powered deflection.
an electromagnetic grid around yourself to prevent energy weapons or bullets from doing full effect.
Right, basically like force I can, yeah.
Right.
But eventually that'll run down battery analogously to how armor soaks and then shoots up.
I love it. That's awesome.
Oh my
okay.
god, can I have that too?
Talk to Mirza.
Yeah, that's.
Bella Lugosi's
I like
very
this
jealous
new
right
crew member. Kayla's so rooted and becomes so friendly.
People do that around me.
bullets.
I also
We're
like
gonna
the idea
call
of, like,
that
electromagnet armor on Kayla,
repulsor
like crusher
grid.
from the inside.
And that's gonna
Like, wait, I'm full of metal. No.
I didn't think this through.
Hey, Peacekeep crew.
for an
All
11.
our armor's pretty banged up, or are we okay?
Mine's dead. Gone.
Cool.
Mine's fine, actually. I think. I don't think I took any hits.
Hey, you remember when that dude loaded an entire clip into my chest?
It was
That
so
pretty much
hot.
killed-
So since it's,
hot.
since it's homemade, I'm gonna say its damage soak is not hugely high for now until you do some more tinkering and upgrading. But the battery is gonna last a while. So you're gonna do it's gonna do an initial soak of 4.
Getting serious. Soak it.
And the battery life is going to be 5 turns.
Only.
And as it goes down, depending on how much it ends up soaking, then it might become less useful over the course of that. But it will stay ideally at that 4 soak for 5 rounds before it goes down. It's not like armor where it'll have itself and have itself and have itself. It'll be like a full scale thing, or it'll be a no scale thing, as long as circumstances are simple. Okay, cool, loving it. And then you have the burning gun, which is already ready to go.
I'll retune that a little bit.
Okay.
I have a feeling you can do a Hands of Blue thing with the oscillator on there.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
It's an interesting idea.
Nice.
Yeah, roll for it.
Yep, let's do it.
So cool, we're good. You wanted armor. You've got it. Consider yourself now armed with it's not much better. It's a Kevlar suit that's gonna do 4 plus plate armor, which sort of sits on top of the Kevlar.
Okay.
That's gonna look real cool.
It does another 3 soak, so your soak is now 7. But it's the plate takes a while to come down, so the plate will actually be pretty resilient. The Kevlar is good for a couple of shots, and then it's going to probably start to wear down.
I mean, I'm cool to just wear it the whole time. No one can see me.
Yep. So you've got both those things on. Next up, good idea.
Okay.
Shopping trip.
Shopping trip. Weapons shopping trip, which is a little different.
I would note, they have clothes.
Like
because there are tons of ceremonial uniforms from ancient Terran war.
all right. Well, I'm gonna like put a couple of those in a sack.
Put a couple of priceless Terran artifacts in a sack.
Good idea.
Got it.
But I can't take any with me because I need to be wearing brightest eye clothes.
As long as they're within the color scheme of the brightest eye.
No, unfortunately, my queen, they need to be representative of the brightest eye. This guy knows his own culture.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
I will. I do want a regular gun. But more importantly, I would like to try and what I would ideally like is some kind of gun-based device that could project sound waves that basically I could talk into and hit someone directly.
Like doing the movie?
They don't have any.
Like a high impact focused
S2E7?
megaphone.
High impact.
Well, it's a good thing we have people that can make things.
Yeah, if you want someone to make that for you out of materials here, that's a feasible option.
I mean, I have an engineering design. I have an engineering
might be a
design roll of
cheerleading
25.
outfit that Then do it.
I'll make it myself.
Nice, do it.
Basically, I want to be able to deploy worm tongue in a combat situation.
You have an engineering design roll of 22.
20.
This is
Two.
ancient
Oh,
Earth culture.
did not work. I
Men
upped my
running
visor
down
contacts.
We have this engineer.
Yeah, they're attached to that already.
Are they?
Yeah.
The role
okay,
in
weird.
battle was unclear, but
Then
it's
22 it is.
recorded as vital.
That's correct.
It's only 20.
I know.
So vital.
By the way,
Surprised how much
we're
that doesn't help all
14
of
on the
that.
gun that
I
shreds
wrote
everyone's
25, and I'm like,
basket.
oh, my God, 2. How did that happen?
Cool, okay. So now the burning gun is no longer a burning gun. Burning gun is a like.
Guns. They must have been worshipped.
What would you call that? Like a rupture gun?
Yes. Wasn't it like a neural disruptor sort of thing?
It's not a neural disruptor. It's
Explain to the audience who don't know the reference what
Yes.
you're talking about.
So, like so many other things, you can get resonance of sound or other high frequency waves to create and shred all sorts of materials, including blood vessels in bodies.
Right.
The reference that I was giving, The Hands of Blue, is from Firefly. You should go check it out.
So they do. So this rupture gun essentially targets and splits blood vessels, and it can do that at sort of larger and larger scales depending on how well the targeting is.
How nice.
It'll do a targeting of 3, and the damage goes up to 8.
I had 8 already.
What was that?
I had 8 already.
I had damage for 6 on the burn gun, I think.
No, it's an 8.
Was it?
Yep.
Okay. Well, keep it at an 8. What it does is going to be different because it's going to have secondary effects.
Yeah, I get like bleed damage.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, and
Wow.
targeting's better.
Woo.
Targeting burn numbers too. It sucks.
Yeah, well, I can use it with my 8 ranged combat.
Cool.
10.
Okay, so that is just short of outstanding. So we'll say you've built it. This is a. Okay. Do you have an idea of what you want to call it?
The loudmouth.
The chatterbox.
Ooh, that's
there you
better. Oh, that's better.
I like the loud mouth.
Okay. The chatterbox is a weapon that utilizes. It does no damage, but its damage characteristic.
Oh, itself doesn't.
I just see the montage and singing in the rain. Holy, 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 holy.
Its damage characteristic is equivalent to your speech characteristic. So when you would hit somebody with this, the idea is you need. Here's what I'm going to say, because it doesn't make sense that you're in the middle of a fight, and in the same amount that a person can send a bullet, you can send a phrase. That just physically doesn't make any sense.
No.
What I would say is you can preload this thing Like if you know you're heading into something, you need to call it. You need to preload a speech into it. You need to roll for that speech. And then from there, you're just rolling for targeting.
Oh, that's even better than what I was
Whatever it is that you're
thinking.
trying to meme out into these people's heads.
Weaponized meme gun.
Yeah.
Oh my
Ace.
Oh, that's.
It's like the vicious
We had
mockery
those
cancer.
as kids where we recorded a phrase and then
Freaking
we
bonus.
played. Remember that? Little boxes? That's awesome.
Cool. Done.
Cool. And then I have on my sheet I have an armor of 5. Is that still? I guess it's just like my natural
No.
wittiness.
No, that was some pocket
That's
armor.
taking stuff into account that you no longer have.
Okay, cool. Then I'd like I'd like to get on that disruptor repulsor tech biz. I can't exactly roll in a suit of armor, but like if there's some,
I mean, Mares has already like spent their
Okay.
actions building their version of that.
Okay.
Well, am I a factory?
Yeah.
We don't
I don't
have a ton of time.
Yeah, so
fine.
yeah.
yeah, moving on.
And then you're gonna do like wear brightest eye uniform from here on out.
Yeah.
Or at least for now.
Yeah, for now. I mean, I'm gonna I'm gonna trick it out. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna add some tassels and shit. I'm not rolling out in that like
Yeah, those just aren't gonna add like
jumpsuit.
yeah.
But like I'm gonna it's
Okay, got it.
ostensibly
brightest eye uniform, Soka 1. Rick.
I want explosives, and then I want some kind of sniper attachment to my gun, so it's better. And ideally, yeah, I guess. Unless there's a gun that has better targeting and more damage than my gun.
No, let's keep your gun because you got a good gun.
Cool.
But you want to add a sniper setting to it?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, they give you that.
And then I want explosives, a lot of them.
Like all of them?
All of them. Yes, all of them.
Wait, you got your funny box.
Oh, speaking
know.
of, I'll remind you, we still have all of our sticky bombs, you guys.
Yeah,
I
we
know.
have a ton
I
of
have
them.
3 sticky bombs.
3, 3, 4. So we still have all of those.
Okay, you now have a sniper setting which tops your targeting up to 8,
Oh, sweet.
but only at long range.
Oh, got it. Cool. Perfect.
Doom, 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 doom,
And is there any way, like,
Damage is the same.
is there any way that I can change like no, I can change the stun, right? Like that's the thing that I can do. I can take the stun instead of actual damage. Is that a thing I can do with Serum Pistol?
No. Serum
that's-
Pistol does lethal damage.
That's right, yeah, you're right.
No matter
Okay,
what.
okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, and then you wanted explosives.
Explosives.
So we're gonna give you plastique,
Cool, exactly what I wanted.
It's amazing.
and I'm gonna give you 3 plastiques, basically.
Sweet.
And
With-
each of those
with pins.
has a damage modifier of like 20. They're like huge explosions.
Awesome.
But they're also massive range explosions, so if you set one off, you cannot be nearby.
No, of course, yeah.
They're
yeah.
like enough to like take down a small
building.
Yeah.
You got the detonating pins too.
God.
Keep
Seeing what they're doing, can I put plate on over my peacekeep armor, or is that too much?
Yeah, you can. It'll encumber you a little bit, just in terms of like athletics checks and things like that, but you can.
Okay, because I can always lose it if it gets too bad, probably. So what would that bump? What would that be on top of it?
Plate armor adds 3 to your armor.
And I will ask my arm again. Would it be perhaps sensible to add some sort of scope to improve the targeting for you?
Such a scope would really only help you. I am very good at targeting, but I am only as good as you point me.
Well, if you are only as good as I point you, perhaps I should be better at pointing you.
Perhaps that is correct. A very astute observation.
I'm basically gonna add a scope to
Gonna add a
Wait, did
scope?
you just do this?
He has to dab to fire?
I'm pretty sure that just happened.
That's amazing.
That's
The vast thing.
amazing.
Oh,
What I love
God.
about this is that like there's no like attachment areas on this gun, so you'll need to like essentially duct tape like you have this like,
scope.
really awesome future gun, and now you've like hard bolted a like 200-year-old like U.S. Army sniper scope to it.
Amazing.
There's got to be a cool leather strap or something.
Sure,
on
yeah,
this.
cool leather straps.
Wait, armor,
Really into it.
armor can I modify mine at all or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you took 2 things.
All right,
I'm trying to
okay.
sort of keep everybody.
I help you out. I pull some like stuff off of these uniforms. I'm like, hold on, dear. Let me like.
Please
trick
make this look better.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
That
And I
is-
don't know if
that
it's
is
gonna be
what
any
you are
better,
good
but
at.
it's gonna be a
Looks
bit
better.
more foxy.
Okay.
Nice. All right, I'm popping that targeting up to 8.
I hope you said
It's got tassels.
It's time to feel
Is there any way to improve the targeting on a sword?
Yes, absolutely. You can continue to there's like a blacksmith in the back, or like a smithy's area for exactly this kind of thing, like
This
for
place
weapons
is
forging.
nuts.
Yeah, no.
For like weapons forging. So if you want to actually you could
first
sit
things-
there and like sharpen your blade,
Yeah.
which would improve the targeting.
First things first, I would like to do that, and
'Kay.
then I want to figure out what kind of armor I can add, considering I'm not going to be cloaked.
Yep.
But I guess
So for first thing I want you to do is roll 20 for your katana check, just to see how well you do at the sharpening.
okay.
Since it's like a physical action your character needs to do. Or actually, you know what? No, hold up. I want to give you a new check for that, because it's kind of different stuff. Your intelligence, your field engineering,
Oh, the sniper.
Definitely sharper, but I
your
mean,
weaponry,
Are you serious?
your military training.
I don't know, when did that happen?
we're going shopping, everybody. It's
Shop.
Yeah.
Going shop.
Shopping for death.
12. 12 is your blacksmith check.
That's way less cool than 20.
I know it is. The 20 is how you wield it. 12 is how you do it. And honestly, that roll could be like, you have a lot of good stuff in that roll. That roll is right now checked down
I love it so much.
by your field engineering, which hits at a -3, and your intelligence, which is only a 1. So like, there's a couple of things here that level that down.
I'm cooking for cooking.
Okay, well, technically, I can add willpower to that.
Yes, you can.
Nice.
Right? So I might as well just add all of that.
Yep, we're nearing the end of the game, so definitely.
So I'm gonna add another 6.
Yeah.
Throw some real hard metal right now.
I like this. I've wanted to do all the vast people go shopping thing for a long time, but we never have time. Now, freed from my insane idea that we were going to do this all in one episode.
Yeah, I guess I'm putting on the stupid jumpsuit, but then I'm also like taking the stitches
Jack,
apart.
hair
of the-
wasn't built in one day.
You're like restitching it to like fit you really nicely.
Yeah.
And you're like, I want like jodhpurs.
Arrow wasn't built in.
You know me so well.
13.
Nice. All right. Yeah. Yeah, we'll pop it up to a 7.
Cool.
Your katana pops from a 3 to a 7. So Kayla goes straight back to the smithy and literally just starts like pulls out her katana and starts sharpening it on this on like a what is it, a whetstone?
Whetstone, yeah.
Starts like pumping the whetstone and sharpening it, and sparks are flying off of the thing. It's awesome.
I'm even more
anything else you want to do?
attracted to this.
Yeah, I want.
Cut gun in air.
Well, I want to ask: is there any way, like, does any of the intel Tom have, like, say anything about what we think these guys would be wearing armor-wise? And the reason I ask is because I don't have any way to hide, right? And you said that they could only wear that armor because they were hidden. So I'm trying to figure out how to feasibly add armor to myself.
Totally. So they can get you in as a as a security guard, essentially. So you could have security guard Kevlar over. It's not much. It's like a couple of points of soak. Short of that, it's going to be hard to get armor into the.
Well, what about this plating thing that they're talking about?
Well, the plate armor is like, it's like warfare armor. Like it looks a little bit like night pauldrons kind of sits on top of your armor. You would have to disguise yourself as well in order to do that, which you could do. But remember, disguises can be brought down. They can be seen through. Like if a disguise drops, that can give you away. Whereas if one of you doesn't have a disguise, it might be a little bit more. It's a little easier to like get by on stuff. So
Sure, I'm only asking because I already have Kevlar. So
exactly
it's like,
right. You have Kevlar on your skin, so.
Well, what else? Okay, well, what can I do that would add extra?
Nothing to the skin because you don't really have a cybernetics lab here.
Well, you said I can put on something though.
Yeah, you could wear the security.
Sure, then sure.
Okay, awesome.
What are the names of the teams?
Like riot gear.
You guys figure that out. What are your team names?
No. I actually met at the game. They're gonna go say. What's the name of the team?
The gravity ball team.
Yeah, because if there's one name, yeah.
Is Rick still here? Yes. Hey Rick, figure out the names of the gravity ball teams. Okay. Thank you.
Also, the intricate rules of gravity ball.
Because we're gonna play around.
Raiders room.
I was half ready for us to infiltrate as one of the teams.
That's a thing you could do.
I want in. I kick ass
This is
at
the
gravity
goalie.
ball.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to be the ball?
Yes, you are the ball.
There's a disguise yourself as a tiny round nut.
So security uniform gives you a 2 soak.
It's like it's got Jodhpurs?
and is worn separate from street clothes.
Tails?
And then.
Oh yeah,
Bart.
sure.
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm pretty sure they took, everything I had.
Yeah.
Start from the bottom.
I would like some armor and a weapon, please.
Ba-boom. All right. So, you are going to get.
If you got something with a stun setting, I'll take it.
Well, they do. It's just a little weird. What they have is an old Sojourner weapon, an experimental infantry weapon from the war. Essentially, the way that it operates, it's an electromagnetic pulse gun. It's a lot of what the EM stuff that Mirza used. They were essentially disassembling these guns and turning them into the repulsor armor. But the guns themselves operated as initially as like crowd control. They're like rubber bullets, but in like sort of a sonic blast, sort of a stun setting kind of way. The problem with these things, and the reason that they aren't in like wide use now, is you have to like wear a backpack. It's like the
proton pack.
It's like Baze Malbus's gun in Rogue One. It sits there with the heavy repeating cannon. Sits on a backpack, which then runs a bunch of cabling on either side to this gun, and then the gun itself is a non-lethal weapon, but it has like sort of enormous kick and power. To wear it, you also need to wear a suit of armor. The armor is essentially a power armor. It's like it's a little bit larger, but since you're not wearing
motherfucking Bard.
That's awesome. I think there's something here in my size.
You bitch.
Cool. All right, so we are going to give you an electromagnetic cannon.
Damn.
We call it an electron cannon.
I love these names, Jack. They're making me so happy.
I do my best. And the electron cannon's targeting is pretty low because it is such a kickback. It's at 2.
It's got some like area effect, right?
Yes. But the electronic cannon's damage is an auto stun to pretty much any normal person. So if you hit, they're out cold.
But I've only got 2 to hit with.
But you have 2 plus your ranged combat rating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which you'll have a game you'll have this next week to power up if you guys want. I can essentially qualify that as you have some time to train on the facility before you go down into your meetings. That comes along with electron power armor.
Electron power armor.
Which is gonna slow you down.
Oh, because running is my strong suit.
Yeah.
They call you pre.
She's gonna be like way behind. Guys, I got this. It's gonna be like that time when every time you try to do something with the slate,
Yeah.
like a ship would fly over your head, or every time you were about, it was amazing.
Like, I got this.
Yeah.
But maybe we can add a jetpack to it, the suit.
But it's gonna give you 7 soak.
Whoa.
With -4 athletics.
-4 athletics?
I'm actually going to take that to 9. Power armor is going to give you 9 soak to start with, it's a -4 to your athletics checks. So if you were like having to do something
Athletics checks
crazy
are
athletic,
low.
this thing makes it harder to do
We have to put her on a dolly. Push her around.
Lucy, as my second action, can I do something else?
Yeah.
I want to start researching as much as I can about Siren tech and tall Klee tech, anything that's could be for possibly bomb tech that I'm about to encounter.
Hey, I like that idea. Can you roll for science? No, you're going to roll for, I think you have a research check.
I
right?
do. I have a special research ability
Yeah, she
to
does.
be able to study many things in a short amount of time.
Hold on, where is it?
Study
Super nerd!
Super nerd.
Super nerd.
There it is.
Is that actually the name of it?
No.
That should be the name of it.
21, it's an academics check.
Okay.
That's right. That's my Lulu. Who it did?
All right, so cool. So you are now Lucy Bard is suiting up in some hardcore power armor.
So my athletics is now a 3 check.
Yeah.
My rating is okay.
Armor's awesome.
Not very good at athletics. Very good at soaking damage and dealing it.
All right.
For one game,
Giant
you are
neck
the
suit.
destroyer.
That great.
Nidar.
All right. Well, I think my downfall is always just getting banged up pretty easily. So Is there? Do you think reinforcing my mind capsule would be good?
Yeah, sure.
So I have a question. There's
Hey, put a spike on top
There's a
of them?
number under my. It says 6 currently.
Yeah,
What's
6.
that? What's that? I have a 1 on.
I don't know what that
okay,
is.
that's random. Okay,
Get rid
let's
of
press
that.
that.
That was a mistake.
So is there anything I could do to give me a little more mind capsule on?
Oh yeah. Let's assume this is a thing that has to be that like Tom can essentially do for you. But what we can do is we can wrap it in materials that are themselves. Like basically, it's gonna mean that people can't see what's in the tank as much.
Oh, great.
Like you won't be able to see out, but you always you
I don't need
saw
to see
through
anyway.
telekinesis, so you don't
Yeah,
really need
they
that.
can't see in, I can see out.
Exactly. So they're gonna like wrap it in like black leather and Kevlar and like protective shielding. You're gonna look a little bit more like like one of those black cylindrical iMac or like Macs. You know, like the trash cans.
Oh yeah.
Like sort of like a shiny cylinder, a little bit less a.
That's great.
Yeah,
It's
and
helpful
then-
because you also probably do not any longer look like the jar that recently
exactly.
broke into
Totally
a high
different
security
jar.
facility
Yeah.
in the middle of
It'll be a
Jersey
different
City.
Size jar.
So Mind Capsule.
I don't even know that jar.
Who's that jar?
Mind Capsule is going to get popped up to 10 for its initial soak value, though obviously, again, like all things that soak, this can be damaged over time down to its raw materials.
You can wear that at
Okay.
Comic-Con.
And anything else you want? Or are you good?
I think that's good. That's
All
fine.
right. Anything you want?
Yeah.
You got the sword.
I do.
What else do you want?
Armor. If we got some, if there's a. I would probably, you know what I'd do is I'd probably go, hey Viz? Viz?
Yeah. Please.
Look, this is a little awkward, but could I have a chitlin from you?
Titan.
Chitin? Chitlin?
I
totally love
that. That's amazing. Can I have some chitlins? Chitlins. I say chitin too, dude. I'll forever say it.
Chitlins are like it's like a delightful pork.
Yeah, it's like a pig ear, right? Isn't that? He's like, can I have some chorizo?
Chiclet.
What? Yeah, sure.
Gum.
A chiclet is also a gum.
Chiclet. Yeah. No. Back to the conversation at hand. No. No, you know what, Noble? Yeah, that's not a problem. Yeah, you're more than welcome to have some of my chitin. I would just need, would you mind flensing the skin off of your back and draping it over my head?
Unfortunately, my queen, I think it really would be best if unfortunately it helped, you not only helped your brother, but you helped some of the other members of your crew who do have to disguise themselves as Brightest Eye members of the society. It would really behoove many people if you shed just a few pieces of your chitinous armor, because I realize that's armor I could wear as well.
Yeah.
Me too. 100% not how it works.
Hey,
you
it's
don't
like cutting
shed?
a fingernail. Isn't
I do not shed. The chitin that we farm on our planet is from dead bodies that we tear to pieces and turn into armor. We are really good at reusing things, but we do not rip the skin and outer layers of the armor off of living beings unless it's to hurt them or kill them.
What? I said chitlin. I didn't say.
That I think the
He
Rambles
just
said.
wanted a delicious
Yeah,
pork.
that's it. I don't know what you're
Do we
talking
not
about.
have any dead Brightest Eye on our ship?
On the Valor? No, probably not.
And is that true?
Oh,
Can
well,
we
I'm
not
medic.
rip off any of his
I
chitin
mean,
without...
look, you could forcibly.
No,
So
it's not
it's not
gonna
like
be-
it wouldn't grow
Yeah.
back. But
No,
it would be hard and painful and hurt.
Then they attack
all
the devoured
chitinous armor
visionary
and swords
for
is
some
from
reason.
dead British.
But it would keep your brother safe and your tongue safe.
Okay, well, you are the least of my concerns in so many ways.
Yeah,
you were
so,
dead
so
yesterday.
Colin's about to worm tongue you.
Oh, I hate you.
Well, that's happening. I rolled 12.
You rolled a 12?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You're trying to worm tongue him.
We're gonna end with a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently.
That's gonna buy us our ending.
Ripping myself to pieces.
No,
Didn't
no,
one tongue
it's
me.
only a 4.
Okay.
4.
Oh no.
Wow, a 4 on that big a check. Is not
wasn't meant to be.
gonna tear off that chitin. You want to do anything else?
Yeah. That was just a bad idea.
Could have been a good idea.
Could have been.
Stupid dice.
No, you're a good idea. He's not.
Could have been. Okay, references. Is there any World War II armor?
I mean,
That they got into the
Yes, this is a bomber
evacuation
jacket.
ships?
It's
Yeah.
the Ramples. They're like the Kennedys, but better.
yeah. I mean, I think we could by that, yeah, there's some like old world Earth artifacts, but they are not in very good shape.
Okay, then, yeah. Okay. Just, I.
Okay, let's say you tried them on and came out and we all talked you out of it. Because
Yeah,
you want
yeah,
that to be
yeah.
in canon.
Yeah, you came out and it was like and he's coming out. And
Yeah. Patent.
That looks like you would die very quickly.
Yeah, but it feels good. Okay, I'm sorry about that. We got sticky bombs. Let's see. I should say this aloud. All right, guys, we got bombs, we got swords, we got guns, we got armor. What do we need? A robot. Are there any flying controlled drones?
Yeah, they got some drones.
Right, that I could
Got
use
drones.
my helm to
drones.
pilot.
Sure.
Yes.
Oh man.
I would like a drone, please.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Drone!
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds good. I'm gonna give you a drone.
Drone that has some guns or something on it. Weapons, at least, to use.
Yeah. This is a military drone.
Name your drone.
Its targeting is gonna be determined by your helm ability.
Okay.
If you insist.
It has a small gun that does 3 damage and a large gun that does 10 damage. But that's a wider area of effect. It's like the plastique. Using
Got it.
that has like potential for civilian casualties.
Got it.
Cool. So everybody's got 2 things.
The only thing that just because I hadn't done anything, just in the interim, can Tom fill me in on everything about Voss? Just
Yeah.
so I know who I'm dealing with.
Yeah, totally. I mean, you as a player heard the rundown earlier, right?
Yeah. But just so yeah, right.
Yeah. So we can sort of assume
So Viz
like,
knows.
Yeah. Viz has a full scale sort of record of Voss, and we can even give you more in the intermittent game time for sure.
Okay, since I can't have any armor, and I have one more roll, can I craft clothing that utilizes psychological, like elements of the human ceremonial garb to create an impression of like impressiveness, right? That would give me a bolster to my like presence or manipulation, right? It won't give me any armor, but
Like
it will.
specifically against Terrans.
Theoretically, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Go
Like
for it.
it's just.
This is a fashion design check.
Oh my god.
Oh, yes!
Amazing.
This is a Milan check?
Which is your
Roll for
wits,
couture?
your
Yeah, please just call it
manipulation,
Roll for
couture.
couture.
No, just swag in the background. Oh yeah, swag.
xenoanthropology.
Swackro.
Oh my
It's
god.
actually a great use of xenoanthropology.
It's amazing.
Man, that's a hilarious use of
This
the
is my.
Yeah, I'm just like.
Expression,
Actually, weirdly, that is what it was like.
Yeah, what?
It's like.
ingratiating wanderer,
One of
This
the
is
least
literally be my
far-fetched
biggest
things we have
macro.
Right, it's
discussed
gonna be
today.
like roll a 6.
19.
Whoa! Seamstress.
10. And I'm gonna go ahead and draw some willpower in there
Yeah, you are.
Why not?
for 23.
Roll for swag.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, roll
1, 2,
for self swag.
3, 4,
Roll for swag
5,
design.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
Oh,
11.
He just becomes Prince.
yeah.
That's an outstanding
And he walks
success.
around the
You now
corner.
have Terran swag.
Like purple rain.
Terran swag!
Terran swag is made from a whole series of different uniforms that Tom is really uncomfortable with you disassembling and reformatting into a new system. But you do, making yourself a cool jacket and making yourself a cool sort of pantsuit.
Unrecognizable as Terran, but distinctly deployable against Terran psychology.
Yeah. It specifically plays towards like old Terran ideas of importance. It maybe has like a headdress piece.
It might. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I got a week.
You let me know. You let me know. New fan contest. Send things to Paul.
Oh my god.
Does
anybody do fashion
help
design?
us figure this out
Couture,
and we'll figure out
baby.
a way to make that a
Couture.
contest.
Jack, the last thing I would need to do is make that backup of my memories. Do we need to roll for it?
Yes.
Who's it?
Nidar.
In case I don't come back.
Oh, let's do that.
Don't say that.
I know, please.
Telepathy
don't say that.
scan for 24, please.
Okay.
You want some dice?
I'm gonna use my
Handy dandy.
handy dandy.
Hard.
To
help.
Bum, ba-da-bum, bum.
never been in my mind before that I know of, right?
Is there anything I should be aware of when I'm in there, Captain?
Doctor.
Not everything I just saw was particularly pleasant, but I have a feeling you've seen worse.
My early 20s were formative here.
Don't look at college.
Jack,
That was-
Can I assist in
The academy
calming her
was-
so that her memories are sort of clearer, so she's not maybe panicked or anything?
You can definitely do that. Pheromone calm for 12.
Cool.
It was 24, right, John?
Yes.
Okay.
No, calm as well.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Calm
Oh
everyone.
yeah. Wonder twins.
Yeah, Wonder Twins.
bonus.
Add our twin bonus.
So
Oh,
then
cool.
that's
Yeah,
going
is
to
it
be
2 more? 2 more.
12 plus 11, and then you guys
computer
both
work?
add 2.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I like it. I'm into it. Oh, I just saw a 20-sided die and I got really nostalgic.
Oh, wait, no.
They're rolling to boost 2 right now.
Oh, they are?
Me.
Okay.
Both
Give
of
me a
us.
second.
1, 2, 3, and
Yeah, I
2.
remember
I rolled a 2.
There we go.
But I didn't calm anyone down. Everyone's very not calm, guys.
It's weird. I don't find your presence calming.
I know. It used to be better when I had hair.
Didn't work out? No, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
No.
I'm a
Lucy's just like, this is a creepy
throwing 2
four-armed
willpower
man.
into this.
Okay, how'd you do?
Got a 6.
Got a 6. Okay, it's low, but it's
No,
still
but I
it's
get
still a
the
full check.
Oh.
Low full check. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Wait, no, that's a medium check.
Yeah,
Medium
wait.
check.
We'll see
right, medium
if
check.
Medium check. Medium check. Oh, it's all right. Check, check.
maybe Lulu helped with this.
Well,
Hey, Vast or not?
7. I got 7.
7's
Make
good.
our shopping.
What's up?
She got 7.
I got 7.
On top of 6?
6.
Pops you up to a 9. That's a full success. So, you are now
That's
back.
close.
Your memories are backed up within Nidar's consciousness. You download them into the Rample systems and the concordance. So you guys have a myriad backups of those memories to deploy when you need them.
All right.
Lastly,
Thank you.
Leuven.
Yes.
While all this has been going on, you sort of do your initial stuff, and as everybody's doing all of their inventory management, essentially,
Yeah.
you go and sort of step back out in the room and go into the main facility. It's a big open room. There's no one else there. It's just you and a computer. And you sit down and you start to go over that image of the man's arm over and over and over again. And you're cross-referencing it against everything you've ever learned about Terran technology, including all of the scans that you took from Gaska's ship this last week. You
and
go
the
through.
computers we've encountered.
Yep, computers you've encountered, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Obviously, all of Hans's data.
Yeah.
And you discover something rather disturbing. This technology is far beyond anything, not just that you've ever seen from the Terran, but is in fact beyond anything you've ever seen demonstrated from the Tall Klee. In fact, it's a really high-level version of nanotechnology that, from any indicator that you've had, is the kind of thing that even the Tall Klee find very impressive. You've seen Hans nerd out about the AI capabilities that are required in order to make a nanosystem work. It would require computing power of an enormous magnitude in order to process the kind of calculations required to run nanotechnology at this scale. You look to that. To the amount, like what that kind of processing power would require, and cross-reference it against the power capabilities that you pulled off of the Vrare supercomputer that you discovered, the Dark Heart, and discovered that in fact they match very nicely. That the computing power of the Dark Heart and the demonstrable capability of this nanotechnology may have a similar source, or worse yet, a similar end. The only nanotechnology you've ever seen that played on this scale was in the command chambers of the Pakha. And you are now staring at technology that can only have come from them. Whoever, if Terrans are not behind this, and if something capable of enslaving a Brightest Eye homeworld or Brightest Eye world to protect a computer is, then it's either the Pakha or something even more dangerous?
Holy
And
shit.
we'll find out next week on Vast. So, thanks for hanging out. This was a this was a great session of planning and inventory management. Not a
Finally
traditional,
got our vast shopping trip.
not a traditional Vast session. But I think
now we just need our spa episode.
yeah, was that exactly? Yeah, in the next one you all go to a spa.
I already did.
But this was great. I'm really glad we now
I
have
feel
our
very
plans. We can
refreshed.
now move forward into an exciting second half where you guys fulfill the plan,
Wow.
and
There
we'll
you
come back next week to do exactly that.
Woo!
So there you go. Cool. Kind of a low-key episode of Vast this week. Thanks for
all the
showing it out.
all
This
the
is
building
so
we had to, you gotta prep the dinner
That means
before you can
next,
cook the dinner.
next app is gonna be pretty crazy.
This is totally against all of my instincts. You can see me being like, when do I get to kill them? And it's like, you can't, Jackson. Just hold on. They have to shop.
try their clothes on.
They have to shop.
Make a
We
plan
went
and
to an
then
item shop.
sleep on it.
Yeah.
This is
Oh
amazing.
my God! Right.
All right. So we'll see how that turns out next week. So for Dylan DeVal, Ray Otarnachet, Amy Dallin, Amanda Powers, Jody Hauser, Jeff Torres.
Are you
It's hard.
forgetting our names?
I start forgetting your names halfway
Every
through.
time you do this, I think you're gonna. I would never remember
Yeah.
anyone. I
Jeff
would,
Torres, Colin Kelly, Leuven Yitchell-Moore. No,
Transformation is
so good.
Gina DeVivo, Max Isaacson, and Sam DeLev. I am Jackson Lansing, and
Are
I will
you
see
sure?
you in the future.
Yay!